Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Camp Hustle One here, back with another live stream. How you guys doing tonight, man? It's been a while. Definitely got some stuff I wanted to talk about. Let me see. Oh, Coke Benny, welcome to the stream, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Cheetos of Ghost, welcome to the stream. But yeah, what are we talking about tonight? So, Chud the Builder. I guess the best way to describe him is if Nick Fuentes and Lily Gaddis had like a inbred uncle. That's who Chud the Builder would be. And apparently he's been making a name for himself over this past year, just being a racist grifter. We're going to really go into it because he hasn't really come on my radar until just now. And I've been doing a little bit of research on him and just why we continue to make these people famous. It is beyond me, but apparently a lot of shit has been hitting the fan for him. He got banned off a Kick, and I believe now he is trying to start up a Give, Send, Go campaign so that he can raise money because he basically got fired from his job and they took away his kids and stuff. But, you know, we're going to cover it all tonight. And, yeah, I hope you guys are all here for it. So let's get into it, guys. All right, so the first video we're going to go over is by fvckDH, and the title of the video is The Most Racist Man on the Internet, Chud the Builder. So this is the gentleman right here. We have probably a few videos we're going to go through. Some of them are going to kind of skip around in terms of the controversy that's surrounding him, but we will kind of have a full circle understanding of who this guy is and what he's going through and stuff in terms of his content strategy here. So, without further ado, let's jump into it.
A man who is so obsessed with black people, he follows them around and calls them the N-word so he can bait them into reacting on video while he has a gun so he can say we are emotional chimps.
He said, don't chimp out. Look at him chimping out.
His entire content is walking around with his gun and finding random black people that he can bully and harass.
Doesn't this guy have the most punchable face? I mean, he walks around with a little, I guess, like a Glock 19 and then a can of mace. So, I mean, anybody that wants to like approach him and stuff, he's quick to grab the mace and quick to flash the gun and stuff. So, I mean, I don't think this guy has any actual security around him. I think he just does that, and he knows that people aren't dumb enough to try to press him, you know, because he's willing to hide behind the First Amendment and also the Second Amendment as well. So, yeah.
The perspective of the racist. This is a lose-lose scenario. If black people react to this guy and press him, we're chimping out. If we ignore him, he continues to bait us, and then we're pussy for not doing anything to a white person. I mean, that seems kind of dumb. Well, it is. So I wanted to debunk some of the rhetoric that these racist people use, and I wanted to laugh at Chud, because how else do you deal with a racist? Their existence is the punchline, so why not laugh at it? Comment for the algorithm. Okay, so like I said, Chud the Builder is a racist man, and if you go to his Twitter profile, you can already tell the type of person.
Free speech patriot, Christ is king, America first on Kick. I mean, he looks like a Nick Fuentes follower, you know, or maybe even a Myron Gaines follower. He's, you know, he seems to align with those guys.
This is, you see the free speech patriot, the crisis king, and the America first in the bio. And I'm not trying to go on an anti-Christian spiel. You can't expect me to respect Christianity when it's always some weird individuals that claim to be Christian. This Christian is going around and provoking black people so he can bait them into responding for content. He's using psychological attacks on random people. These are people he doesn't know, and he still goes around claiming he's a Christian because this is all free speech patriotism. Yo, what the fuck are you talking about? That shows how stupid all of this is, because even if you believe—
Dude, it's just going to take that one interaction, dude. He's going to turn down the wrong street in the wrong hood, and he's just going to get jumped by a bunch of guys, and they're not going to care that they have a camera in their face, man, because they're all going to have shiesties on, and, you know, they might not even have guns and stuff. They might just beat him with a bunch of sticks and baseball bats and whatever they got. And, this guy obviously doesn't care about his life. I mean, you got a man that has lost his livelihood. He lost his son because they basically Child Protective Services took his kid away, apparently. And yeah, so you got a man that has really nothing to live for. So nothing to live but to rage bait online. Cook Benny came back. He says he looks like Andrew Schultz if he made poor decisions. Yeah, I mean, dude, that stash, dude, that stash is wild, dude.
In free speech. Free speech doesn't mean free from the consequences. It's no different.
And it's also not paid speech. Didn't Elon Musk say that about Myron and stuff, about him being banned and everything? It's like, look, you can say whatever you want on the X platform, but that doesn't mean we have to pay you for it.
Is Sneeko getting ran up on because he's constantly saying weird things about different groups of people. But back to Chud, I just want to explain how sinister his whole setup is.
Dude, is that AI? Why does his face look like that?
And I have a bunch of clips to show you. But first, let me actually break down the entire content gimmick from top to bottom. He's an IRL streamer. He'll go around live streaming and then he will call black people racial slurs to bait them into reacting so that he can claim they're chimping out. And then he uses this to prove the narrative that black people are this violent, brutish group of people because they're getting easily offended over a word.
Or what? Come on over here. You heard me. Or what?
Why the fuck you saying nigga?
Back up.
What?
Come on over here.
Shut the fuck up.
Back up.
Stop saying nigga.
Or what?
Why you saying nigga for?
You might want to back up. You're going to get sprayed.
Why the fuck you saying nigga?
Look, he's got the mace already fully extended and everything. God, man, this guy, this is like cringe. We are officially scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Like, this is just the scum of the earth here. I don't know a man that walks around with a can of mace going, just at the ready, antagonizing people, just finger on the trigger, It's like, I don't know. It's like apparently this guy lost a lot of weight too. He used to be like a chubby guy. And, so now I'm guessing he's I don't know. Maybe he feels like he can fight and stuff like that, but he isn't putting up his hands or anything like that. He's just willing to hide behind some mace and a gun. It's just not good, man. Yeah, it's kind of sad. But yeah, Coke Benny came back. He says, more reason for Dan from Street Fighter to get his ass kicked. No, I mean, this guy right here, man. I mean, I know, like, we're joking around and stuff, and how this guy does remind. He could totally be Dan from Street Fighter, but no, he has a lot of hate in his heart, man. And it's like whenever I hear a person, it doesn't really matter what if they're white or black, whatever. If they, if they're ignorant, or if they have like these racial tendencies and stuff like that, and they don't know how to comport themselves, they just do that. They're amplified like this online, it just shows me that they have no like regard for their life at all, because it just takes that one interaction, and it could be a person that comes from you blindsided and you didn't even know that they were even there, but they were listening to everything you said and they just take you out, but I think when you're a psychopath like this man here, he has nothing to live for. I think he's welcoming it, and by any means necessary, because he's obviously not getting paid for any of this anymore. So it's like, what's the point to continue?
Because I can say it's America.
But why?
Because it's America.
But why?
Because I can say what I want. Or what? Back up.
Why?
Back up. Yeah, back up.
Everybody was chilling. You're just being an asshole.
And this is only 32 seconds in, and yet you can already see just how much of a pussy and an idiot Chud the Builder truly is. Not only did he tell this young man to come over here, Chud pulls out the pepper spray after he does. How can you call someone over, and when they do, you resort to threatening them with pepper spray? And not to mention, the dude was just asking Chud, why are you being an asshole? And that's really the epitome of his content. He's going around being an asshole to black people, but because we're black and everybody hates us, if we react to someone leveraging psychological attacks, we're now all of a sudden chimps and unruly people. But the real chimp here is Chud, because 32 seconds in, he called him over and told him, or what? And then he cops the pussy plea, threatens him with pepper spray, and continues to mindlessly provoke him for no reason. If you're being rude, don't be surprised when someone reacts. That's a universal understanding. Everybody knows if you mess with someone, how they respond is up to them. That's not chimping out, especially if your version of harassment is calling someone a slur that goes back to our ancestors' abuse. The internet is not gonna label black men as violent when we really aren't. And even if we have our emotional issues and shortcomings, there are real reasons for this. Keep that in mind for later. But speaking of pussy plea deals, the young man even called him out for the pepper spray. And guess what Chud had to say?
Bro didn't want to get sprayed.
That's why you carry a fucking mace.
I got something else for you too if you want it. I'm trying to spare your life. Get the fuck out of here. You want to go viral? You're gonna be millions of views tomorrow morning.
This is Chud directly escalating the situation by not only being an asshole, but by threatening a young man with pepper spray and a gun. And mind you, the interaction starts with Chud telling him to come over. I think it proves that these racist people are scared of backlash and they try to shame us for reacting because they just want to be racist in peace. And
David from the UK, welcome to the stream, sir. Hey, Camp, how you doing, man? Yeah, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, just this it really makes me think about, you know, the old times, you know, when playing, you know, Call of Duty and stuff and being in those Xbox 360 lobbies, man, and just, you know, the racism that went on there. I mean, I think everybody had a tough skin back then, but, you know, things have changed now. And, you know, you can't really get away with, you know, talking smack on a video game anymore. But that's what I feel like this guy is. Like I feel like this guy was in like one of the lobbies, you know, and because there's always like at least one or two of them, you know, it just doesn't matter what lobby you get into, and they just start, you know, they start launching into the rhetoric, whatever. They hear a black person, they just start going crazy and everything. And this guy is the personification of every racist on the Call of Duty chat room.
I think the fact this dude starts ramping up his insults when they drive off proves it.
That's what I thought. You think somebody's scared of you? That dumbass tried to walk up with a gun. Come over here with that pistol drawn again. Come over here with that pistol drawn. Oh man, we're gonna see who's got a better draw. Cowboy, draw. You think you hard, bro? Pull that gun out again.
So let me get this straight. Chud harasses a group of people who are clearly inebriated, escalates it with the threat of pepper spray and a gun, and then when all of these people are driving off, he tries to turn the situation into a win for him, even though he leaves it looking like a straight wimp. And that doesn't even cover the fact that this pussy tries to rewrite history and get his chat to call the cops.
I almost feel like I should make a report, but the cops would probably take my ass to jail. Somebody needs to make a report for me.
I mean, if it's all on video, right? It's like from the start of the whole interaction, you have you being the aggressor, calling them, you know, names and stuff, and just like escalating the situation. So yeah, it's like you definitely don't want to call the cops because you're gonna be the one labeled as the aggressor.
Somebody needs to call Nashville PD if you're watching. Let them know where are we at. Right in the parking lot beside the Motto and the Hyatt place. There was a who pulled a weapon out on stream. Notice how I didn't pull my shit out. Notice how I didn't have to pull a goddamn thing out. Fragile little hear a word and they think they're gonna walk up with a gun. Take his ass to jail. Doesn't belong in the f***ing society. Doesn't belong in society.
You see how he says doesn't belong in society? That's
Chantoso Ghost asked, is this moron on steroids? I know that he lost a lot of weight. I don't know if it was by being natural or by taking peptides or, you know, steroids, whatever. I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, this is the kind of guy that he uses the same type of language as like Clavicular and stuff with the looks maxing and mogging and all that stuff. So he says a lot of that stuff as well. I've seen lots and lots of clips through my research for this guy. So I wouldn't put it past that he probably is on some type of steroids.
his default view for black people, even though he doesn't belong in society. And he's the one that pulled out a mace on someone after he told them to come over. He's fragile. Only someone fragile would threaten to pepper spray someone for asking them why they're being an asshole. This dunce is trying to make it seem like that young man was violent when it only escalated after Chud made a clear threat to his life. And what makes all of this stuff so weird is that them folks want black people to basically shut up and take it. Because even if we physically restrain ourselves, we're still wrong for verbally defending ourselves.
What's up, man? What up, nigga?
You know, they're ready to
chill. What up, nigga? Y'all chilling? Chill. Yeah, I know y'all are way too cool to chimp out. Chill. Y'all got money. You got money. Those are retro.
But you ain't gotta do that though.
Y'all ain't gonna chimp out on me. You got too much money.
And so words is words, but you gotta, you know, when you understand that, look.
What up?
Free the guy.
I
ain't gonna do nothing to you, my nigga.
I know, I'm just saying.
Do something to you, nigga. I'm coming to you. You feel me?
And this clip makes everything fall apart. This young man is such a respectable human. And the reason for that is because even though he should have punched these Sonic coins out of Chud, he restrained himself. And the reason he restrained himself is because black people are not inherently violent. I think Chud thinks we're violent, or at least he's scared of us.
Yeah, he's playing to the lowest common denominator. Of course, you know, you walk into like a certain neighborhood, and yeah, you hope to God that he can get some type of interaction, you know, out of people. You notice how he's riding through, you know, hood neighborhoods or whatever with the windows down, talking out the window, but he's not stopping. He's not getting out of the car. He's going to keep it moving. Jesus Christ, what a frame to pause on.
Because he jumps back when the young man approaches him. And this young man approached him despite the racist way the conversation started. The young man still wanted to have a proper conversation with Chud on why it was wrong.
Like I'm gonna do something to you.
Yeah, just back up a
I
little
ain't
bit.
did shit to you, fool.
But I don't know,
That's
y'all.
scary as this. I know you ain't on shit, fool. You scary as hell.
Back up.
Think you the only nigga with a gun?
Think I'm
I ain't
playing?
worried about no paper spray. I'll fire your bitch ass up right now.
Look at these chimping out.
Yeah, show me some. Yeah, you talk all that shit in the well, bitch ass nigga.
I'm on the back up.
I'm walking right back. I'm walking out. You ain't did shit. I'm walking right up on your ass. Fuck you a bitch.
Yeah, now call the cops so you can go to jail.
Shut the fuck up, you
Dumbass.
Damn, I don't like you.
So
Dumbass.
I guess he sprayed him with pepper spray. I guess he was just, he couldn't hold it back. He had to do it.
Look at this dumbass. Now go home, wash it out your face.
And after
He did pepper spray him. Jesus.
man clearly sees that Chud didn't approach him with good intentions, the whole interaction changed. Chud wasn't being genuine. He was trying to disrespect this young black man. He assumed he was violent. And you know what the young black man did? He retaliated verbally. He didn't harm him. He just defended himself. And he even appears to be crying after this interaction. Because he's just a human. So before I continue, I think this interaction should show you who's the asshole. How do you walk up on a black person, call them a slur, and then when they try to express how that made them feel, you assume they're violent, and then you continue to belittle them and say rude things. Black people are human. Words aren't just words. They can be used to move people. And if they can be used to bring people together, why can't they be used to cause harm? These slurs aren't just slurs. They are psychological attacks wielded by these racist people to push agendas and narratives, and I'm not going for it. But I do have something y'all could go for though. Today's video is sponsored by my Spotify page, so if you enjoy my content but you want to
One thing I'll say is that Lily Gaddis, Myron Gaines, Nick Fuentes, they basically paved the way for people like Chud the Builder to emerge and try to get a little piece of the pie. I mean, there's always going to be a clique that's going to promote these people and, you know, spread their message and stuff, and then retract it back by giving them a slap on the wrist, because I believe he only got a 3-day suspension and then he was right back on kick making money again. I don't know his current standing. I just know that he got a 3-day suspension, which, you know, I think it should be permanent, but I guess in terms of traffic and the site trying to raise profits, I guess that's their bottom line. I guess they care more about that than the actual messaging that people are putting out there.
hear it on the go.
But let's see if we can skip past this here.
About Mr. Chud is that he's low-key just kind of scary. He definitely has an understanding of how to do this grift without getting hurt, because his actions change depending on the situation. I'm gonna let this whole clip play and you let me know if Chud looks like a free speech patriot.
Man who's probably gay and needs to get some help.
What's that?
Gay low-key.
Count to 3. If they're being nice right now. That's right there across. That's free.
You trying to tell me this isn't a public easement?
I stay right here.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay, well, move there.
Keep yourself. Don't chimp out.
All right.
Look at him chimping out. Be a good boy.
Okay, I had to pause the clip here because he's turning chimping out into a buzzword. He tells the bouncer to not chimp out and he calls him a good boy, but he's the one walking away. How does that even make sense?
Well, he had to walk away so he could call him the N-word or whatever away from his face. He couldn't say it too close.
Heard me. Dumbass. You heard me.
Look at this girl. Hold on. I don't know if you guys see this. Let's go back just a tad bit. So there's a woman that's standing over here next to this little host stand that this second security guard has his hand on. Watch as Chud calls this security guard the N-word. Watch how she gets up, and she's about to tell Chud, hey, we can walk back there so you can say that to him again. And Chud doesn't take the offer.
Dumbass.
This woman right here, she's getting up right now. She's about to confront him.
You heard me.
You want to say it again? I'll walk you over here so you can.
No, I'm good. We're live. Don't touch me, lady. I already said it to his face. Dumbass nigger.
He's like, please don't walk me back over there. Can't take on both of those guys. I got enough pepper spray for one.
Get mogged.
Okay, so maybe he follows Clav as well.
This ugly guy says, get mogged, after he literally just gets pressed and walks away. These are the guy the red pill are clinging to. Super racist who harass people for content and then cop pussy please. Not only did the dude walk away before he called him the hard R, soon as those men asked Chud for clarification, he just kept walking. And a random woman had to tell him, yo, man up, I'll walk you to them so you can say it. And he still doesn't. And mind you, he told her, we're live, don't touch me, lady.
So we're live, don't touch me, lady.
So to me, it just seems like he's very aware of his actions and what he does. The stream, the pepper spray, and the gun, the only reason he has all of these things is because they keep him relatively safe. And he knows he needs these things because he understands that he's intentionally provoking people.
Yeah, the pepper spray, the gun, and the camera are all just tools that he uses to feel like he's safe. But honestly, man, he's gonna get confronted by one person that doesn't care about any of this online stuff, and they probably have nothing to lose either, you know. And they would have no problem taking him in a back alley and just stomping out his neck.
Mr. Chud is carrying a
Are you ever concerned that one day you'll walk up to someone or engage with someone who has nothing to lose?
By the nonsense. You're being provoked by the nonsense.
That's life.
Mr. Chud does have a gun in his pocket.
I don't provoke ananybody. I only stand my ground and defend myself.
For those of y'all that don't think that he out here unprotected and he ain't finna fight you. Mr. Chud has a gun in his pocket. Listen to me.
And he knows how to draw it like an old cowboy. Wow. You know, draw, boy. Draw down.
Uncle really clocked his T. He has a gun and he's going around messing with people. So why not just leave him alone and ignore him? There's no point in giving him this energy because he has all of these safety nets. And
that is true. If basically people just ignored him and he was just basically acting like a crazy person in the street and stuff, then yeah, I think people would realize that, dude, you look like an idiot right now. You know, if everybody just kind of just ignored him and he just didn't get any reaction whatsoever, but also with the viewership as well, because they kind of get bored because they just say, here's this guy just crashing out in the middle of the street, you know, and nobody's like giving him any reaction. This is boring, you know, and then his viewership goes down. And then, yeah, I mean, it would be a domino effect. I think that would be great. But, you know, unfortunately, there's always going to be people that are going to have to give a reaction.
Plea deals whenever a situation gets tense. And if it does get tense, he'll just blame black people, the same people that had their genetics altered from slavery.
I don't like black men because they're violent. Did you know that slavery, yes, slavery that was so long ago, permanently altered black Americans' DNA? Did you know that slavery directly influenced the black man's stress response? It gave them a heightened reactivity towards stress. So what does that mean? Bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, anxiety, depression. Black men are at a higher risk of developing mental health disorders due to slavery because their DNA has been permanently altered.
The trauma altered the DNA of black people, and free speech Christian patriots like Chud here want to go around and provoke these same people who've had enough, the same people who in 2 instances didn't even immediately press him. The first young man asked why was he being an asshole, and the second young man only got hostile after he peeped that Chud was not approaching him on genuine timing. As you can see, the entire shtick falls apart because it's all things that are escalated by Chud. He is the aggressor in the situation. He is the person who was was causing this, because if you remove Chud, the conflict does not exist. Here's the way I look at it. If I pinch your arm, you're in pain. And if I stop, you aren't. Remove the pinching and the pain never happens in the first place. Chud is like an annoying person going around and pinching people. If he does not exist, these clips don't either.
Dude, how old is this guy, man? I gotta know, because he seems like he's probably in his 40s, right? What's his real name? Chud the Builder. Age? Let's just see. 32 years old. Damn, I wouldn't have guessed that. He looks a lot older, in my opinion. Damn, 32.
Do it more professionally. And not like, I mean, you're pandering to the nigs, bro. We already.
Yeah, Chibu said, I'm going to fight him on brand risk.
You know that's what.
And then tell Ian to write the check.
Yeah, you too. Go chimp out. Or what?
Holy fuck.
He's gonna be on brand risk soon because Chibu wants to fight him, so I guess I will look forward to hopefully seeing Chud get beat up. So with that being—
Who is Chibu? Does anybody know who that is? Oh, this is Chibu. This guy? Okay. Just another content creator, I guess, that wants to beat him up. Hey.
Being said, Chud the Builder is nothing but a pussy plea cop and grifter who quakes in his boots at the idea of black people. So he projects his fear on the internet, and more mentally ill racist people resonated with that. Who does that sound like? That's really all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. I love you all. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye bye.
So shout out to this creator here, fvckDH. This was kind of my introduction to Chud the Builder because I didn't know who he was, and then I just started seeing all these different clips and stuff from, you know, Instagram and TikTok and everything. So now we're gonna kind of fast forward a little bit, because now he's getting a lot of backlash and a lot of he's basically begging for mercy now from black people and stuff, and then he's basically hit rock bottom. So now he's started this whole give, send, go campaign. So let's check out this one. This one is by
America's favorite racist, Chud the Builder.
Poetik Flakko, who has been on the channel a couple times, and he basically, I think last time we talked about him, he was talking about Adam 22, I believe. So, but now we're going to be talking about this guy right here, Mr. Chud the Builder, on Poetik Flakko, and how he's begging for mercy. Let's check it out.
America's favorite racist, Chud the Builder, is back with more tears after losing everything. Life has gotten even worse for him since our last video. This is part 3 of our racist YouTuber Begs for Help series.
Damn, part 3? This is the only video I've seen, so we're going to just start at part 3. I'm just going to assume that we've seen bits and pieces to kind of fill in the blanks for part 1 and 2.
And we covered Chud in part 2. But ever since I covered Chud, I've gotten so much more interesting information about him that people has been sending in. Just in case you missed part 2, let's do some recap here. Chud is the racist content creator who goes around calling black people the—
You know who he reminds me of? I had to think about it for a second. Gavin McGinnis. He has like that mustache like Gavin McGinnis. Here, let me show you guys so you guys know what I'm talking about. This guy. That's who he reminds me of. Let me see if I can show you a picture. Yeah, he doesn't necessarily have like the I mean, he does have the mustache, but yeah, if he were to twirl it on the end, that's who he reminds me of. But yeah, even this guy's got the crazy eyes. But yeah, that's who he reminds me of. I was trying to think about it, but yeah, I mean, yeah, let's go back.
Hard N-word for no reason whatsoever. Apparently, he has a vendetta against black folks because black folks got him fired from his job about 2 years ago because while in traffic.
So let's talk about this guy. My mom is driving me to school, right? This guy almost sideswiped us. So we went in a different lane, and he came over and spit on my mom's car and asked, "What's your problem?" And he goes, "N-word," and held this up. I guess the cross there. So this is what we do now. Y'all white people calling black people N-words is crazy. And I believe he was a contractor, or I think he owned his own contracting business. And they basically came for him and got him fired from his job.
he had road rage and decided that he was going to call a black woman and her daughter the hard N-word in traffic. So they recorded him and they posted it, and their entire small town ostracized him, blackballed him, treated him like a pariah. He lost his job and he lost everything. So ever since then, he decided he had this vendetta against black people, and he was going to make content where he goes around calling them the hard N-word.
It's a white boy calling him. This is him right here. Calling. Don't walk up on me, man. Just know it. You ain't never safe. You think I'm never safe? I don't give a fuck. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want you to. You're a nigga. I'm a nigga. Yeah, you're a nigga. Hold on. Looking ugly? Calm down, big boy. Shut up, nigga. Come on, come do something. Come do something. They chimping out. They chimping out. Dumbass. He's chimping out. He don't know how to drive in the parking lot. He's mad I called him a...
If you're wondering why somebody hasn't held him accountable yet, it's because he has a gun on his hip in every one of these videos. He only...
Coke Penny came back. He says, have you watched the movie American History X? I actually have. And I believe Edward Norton is in it. I believe, was it Edward Furlong is in it as well? And there's one scene that sticks out to me, just from, from that, my memory, whatever it was, where he made one of the guys like bite the curb, and then he like stepped on the back of the guy's head or whatever. Yeah, that shit stuck with me the whole time, man. But yeah, it was a very good movie, from what I remember, but it's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's probably Chud the Builder's probably favorite movie. He probably loves that movie.
He does these videos when he has a gun. Because when the judge ruled he can't walk around the town no more with a gun, these videos magically stopped. Chud is such a despicable human being that he got banned.
My baptism, okay, this is from Chud the Builder. My baptism is coming up before I went viral. Because of the pressure coming from people who hate me, my baptism was canceled and I was banned from the community. 3 days later, the lady was chimping out in the Walmart. Went viral within hours of posting because we are all sick of it. Dang. Dalton, for the safety of everyone involved because of all of the death threats, please just stay out of things. Until things are better, praying for you, but please stay out of our community. Chats, stay away from the church property. You and I can have a visit somewhere out of the location, and then he's praying for you often. And he's like, yeah, well, get luck with that. These people want to see me dead. I say a word, they want to kill me. I think I've done my job at exposing who is the hateful party in this whole situation. Glad to know persecution and threats of murder are, I guess, warranted. I don't know. But I mean, dude, you provoke all this stuff, man. So it's like, you're the one that's causing all... If you didn't do it, it wouldn't happen. So yeah, I mean, I think he's not... He's realizing that the behavior that he's encountering is from his own actions.
And from church. They canceled his baptism and told him he can't come back on the premises anymore due to his antics online.
I mean, dude, if the guy got baptized, do you think that he would be a better person afterwards, or would he just go right back into making his content? It's like, what's the point of the baptism? What's the point?
So the only consequences, the only reward that he has gotten from being racist online is attention. But unfortunately for Chud, attention can't feed his family. So he started this Give, Send, Go where he's asking people for help.
This is the part that we all need to pay attention to. So just like the lady, I don't know if you guys remember, we talked about her a while back, but it was the mom that was in the park with her child, and she called the little kid, the little black kid, the N-word, and then she started up a Give, Send, Go campaign, and she made like a bunch of money, like millions of dollars or whatever. So now he's trying to do this too. And he's basically, after he lost his job and all this stuff, he's now trying to say that, hey, I need money to support my family, support my 2-year-old son and all this stuff. And he's already had his son already taken away from him. Just understand that. This is a scam that he is pulling, okay? The fact that he is using his son to garner sympathy and stuff is just, he's a trash human being. He's going to admit later that his son has been taken away, has been gone for a while now, but he's still, trying to get money, raised, whatever, because he can't make any money right now.
And he's blaming Black Lives Matter activists for ruining his life, even though he's the one who ruined his entire life. So this sad Give, Send, Go apparently listed a very sorrowful life that Chud is currently living, that he can't even feed his 2-year-old son. So the Give, Send, Go says, my name is Dalton. I'm reaching out with a heavy heart, fighting to protect my family and business. Just over 1 ago, I started DLE contracting in Clarksville out of sheer necessity. I was fired from my previous contracting job after BLM activists targeted me over words I shared online. It was actually a mother and a daughter who posted you calling them the hard N-word. So he would also say he has no support to support his family and his precious 2-year-old son, blah, blah, blah. And all he did was make mild jokes, which is calling children and Black women and Black people the hard N-word. Unfiltered thoughts. And yes, sometimes I use the N-word in what I thought was edgy, harmless humor. You thought it was harmless while you was calling them effing N-words. Okay, buddy.
I mean, it didn't harm you in saying it, but I mean, I think that's the problem. It's like you don't have the empathy or the understanding to understand, you know, that if you use certain words to certain people, yeah, of course you're going to trigger a reaction out of them, you know?
So then he would say people were threatening to grape and murder him and even targeting his innocent 2-year-old son with unspeakable cruelty. So what I learned after making my video, right, after making this video, I learned that Chud is not just a despicable racist, but he's also a scammer. You see, he put his 2-year-old son, plastered the 2-year-old son all across the Give, Send, Go to garner donations, to raise over $30,000 to feed his 2-year-old son. Come to find out, that's not true at all. And Chud is actually scamming with this Give, Send, Go. And this Give, Send, Go needs to be taken down. Like, we need to petition Give, Send, Go to take this down. This is fraud. While responding back to people on Twitter, he actually exposed his entire fraud, his entire scam. So somebody says, don't condone anybody threatening anybody, right? But by you doing your dumb social media is you're getting your kid in harm's way. Just saying, be a better father. Yeah, raise your kid instead of comment online and essentially guaranteeing that this kid would never be able to live a normal life because his father is you. He put you are a coward. The person says, and just so I'm clear, I get it, but is it, now this person is also a white supremacist. So he put, is it worth putting the safety of your kid in jeopardy? You know you're doing something wrong when even the white supremacist is telling you, hey, listen, man.
Oh, you need to dial this back a little bit, man. You're exposing too much, man. That's crazy. But, you know, like, again, it goes back to, you know, his using his child as kind of like a shield to garnish sympathy. It just seems like it's a scumbag thing to do. But because of his online content and how it's like kind of creating this really nasty digital footprint for him, you know, if his kid was actually in his possession, you know, I think this would kind of warrant his son getting taken away, you know, and even if his kid was with him, you know, like, I don't think the kid could have a normal life with him, you know, because he's garnered so much notoriety in the worst way possible. But now he's about to expose himself.
All right. I support your right to call Black folks the hard NR, right? The hard N-word in public. But do you really have to do it in those neighborhoods while you're still living there?
Yeah, I mean, at least be like Myron and do it from the safety of your own studio.
So the person goes, is it worth putting the safety of your kid in jeopardy so you could film yourself calling people racial slurs for money on X? If so, that's pretty effing pathetic, especially when it's evident you can't bring in your own income, which is the fact, right? He's very poor. Wouldn't be surprised if CPS knocks on your door soon. Wouldn't be surprised if CPS knocks on your door soon. Now, let's hear Chud's response to this, because certainly Chud has custody of his son. Certainly Chud is taking care of his son, right? Because he raised $33,000.
You're right. That's what you would think from the photograph and the sob story. You know, he's basically reaching out with a heavy heart. He's like, look, I can't provide for my kid, man. It's like, my son is innocent, you know? He didn't choose this life. And I got to figure out how to put food on the table for him. So can you guys please help?
People who want Chud to feed his son, because Chud says this money is going to go towards taking care of his son. Certainly Chud is making good and well with that money he raised, right? Well, Chud says he haven't made any money from X. So he's just doing it because he's a clout whore.
He's doing it for the love of the game.
They took my son a long time ago. Oh!
This is where you have said too much. That one line there has basically made the entire Give, Send, Go campaign a complete scam. You know? Not smart. I mean, we didn't really ever think he was ever smart, but, you know, he's definitely saying way too much here.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, Chud.
They took his son a long time ago, so I'm wondering, what's a long time? Has it been more than a year? Has it been 2 years? Is the kid 5 now? It's like, I would really like to know.
Hold on, buddy. What do you mean they took your son a long time ago? They took my ability to work consistently and tried to starve me. I took to the internet posting videos of my day-to-day interactions of all the harassment I get. I organically blew up. People supported me. Keep up. They took my son.
Not a flex, man, to say that I blew up on the internet for harassing people, man. It's like, it's not a good flex, man.
Long time ago. So not only is Chud a jobless person, right? He's an unemployed freak. But Chud is also a deadbeat. He don't even have custody of his kid. So now we go back to this Give, Send, Go, and we say, oh, Chud. Oh, Chud. Chud, this is getting shut down, Chud.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting shut down. This is a scam. This has to get shut down. Now, the last time we covered this, I think Chud had raised about, like $32,000. He's only at $33,000, right? So he's raised about $1,000 in a week. The grift ain't going as planned, Chud, okay? It's not going as planned. So again, let's read this Give, Send, Go again. Help Chud and his family. What family? You don't have custody of your son. CPS took your son a long time ago, according to you. So then he goes and he says that people are targeting his 2-year-old son, that he has no other way to support his family and his precious 2-year-old son. He put a picture of his son here. Now, this is an old picture. This scandalous, diabolical scammer posted an old picture with his son. He hasn't held his son for a very long time because CPS took his son a long time ago. So
that's why he has nothing to live for. That's why he has this content strategy of just basically putting himself in harm's way. And, you know, if someone wants to step to him, yeah, I think he's willing to pull that trigger, you know, and maybe go to jail. Now he can have housing. He can have 3 square meals a day and stuff. And he can go be with his little clique in jail.
Why are you using your son to grift? Why are you using your son to garner sympathy? Why are you using your son to get money that you claim is going to go to feeding your son when you don't even have custody of your son? Your son don't live with you, you scammer. Here's what I think should happen. I can't tell y'all what to do. I think the police need to be notified. I think this Give, Send, Go needs to be reported. I think people have to know about this. People have to know about this fraud. You can't just defraud these good people, these good white people, right? You're defrauding these good white people who was donating to you.
And to be fair, though, I'm pretty sure these people aren't just blindly donating. I'm sure that, you know, they've heard his story. They might even sympathize with him and might maybe even follow, you know, his whole agenda that he's just a free speech warrior and all this stuff. And if you're a black person in America and this offends you, well, you're not mature enough to let words not hurt you. It's like, no, it's like he's out here provoking people, you know, being provocative. And, you know, it just, I think people natural human inclination is to stand up for themselves, you know, especially if they're feeling threatened or their girls or children are feeling threatened and stuff around this. It's like, it's mental illness here.
Because they care about your 2-year-old son. This is unbelievable. This is despicable stuff, man. Now, it warms my heart that Chud is not raising money as fast as he thinks he would. He's not getting paid from X. He's lost custody of his son. It warms my heart because what is apparent here is And Chud, I think, will be a story that deters other people. That the grift don't work as smoothly as you think. You see, Chud is surely grifted for a fact, okay? And I'm gonna prove it. So you don't overnight become a racist. You become a racist because you think it's beneficial for you. You see, we got some information about Chud before he went viral on social media, before the attention got to him. We got some interesting information that proves that this is all a grift. That Chud is only doing this because in his heart, because he feels like he could make money from this. He don't really believe these things. He don't really hate black people. As a matter of fact, he's our biggest fan. He's obsessed with us. This black dude from the same city as Chud.
Present the argument, man, because it doesn't seem like he's obsessed. I think he just has a death wish.
Chud, he is appalled. He is flabbergasted at Chud's new racist arc online because Chud was his biggest fan. Chud was in his DMs eating cock. So he was effing me up about this Dalton situation I've been hearing about. It's for years. Dude was my effing biggest fan. Used to listen to my music, buy clothes from me, trying to talk black and use slang and ish, even defending black people. It's crazy how white folks flip. I honestly feel like I need that fade though, because this is some BS. Is this you? So Chud, who apparently don't like black people, is posting himself vibing to dude's music on his story, just like a groupie, rotting this dude's cock. Dude is playing him like a fan. Righteous, appreciate you, bro. All right. Chud is asking dude to hang out. He's bringing a Jack Miller because he's a lick. All right. He's begging for black friends. But here's where it gets kind of even goofier. Okay. Just goofier. So Chud is rotting this dude cock crazy, bro. All right, dude. God damn it, Lane Low Beans, my new MFing anthem. So don't like us, but our music is your anthem, right? This is hard. But you know why this is his anthem? And this part will really trip you out, okay? You're about to see doctorate level projection from Chud, okay? So Chud goes, Beans, my new MFing anthem. This is hard. Do play him like a fan. Appreciate you for real, fam. Appreciate you. Like, right? But Chud is riding this dude cock. Pause. So dude go, I'm getting back on my ears. Glad you F with it. This dude goes, laugh my ass off, slapped him with the I-24 reference, cut me. Ain't nobody making music for the dope boys out here anymore. We need this.
So now I guess he can relate. He can relate to this music, whatever, because it is the kind of life he lives now. I'm guessing. I mean, if you have no other way of making money, the natural inclination would be to turn to selling drugs.
You got all that to say about black people, and you a dope boy? You sell drugs? You a drug dealer? You see how they project? You see how they project their own character flaws upon us? Chud is going around saying he wants to save America. He wants to save this country, but whole time, Chud is a drug dealer? How we know this person on Twitter was telling the truth? When they says, the one he's actively breaking by being a drug dealer. So the person was like, yo, Chud's going to jail, right? They say, yo, he's going to prison. They said, how? How is he going to prison? It says the one he's actively breaking by being a drug dealer, he's probably already been locked up. He thinks he's safe on Telegram, but he definitely isn't. So Chud then says, laugh my A off. They trying to discredit me. I'm a normal guy who calls you people, never been charged of dealing drugs. Don't even have a Telegram app on my phone. You never been charged because you've been getting away with it.
Yeah, I mean, not getting caught is not getting caught. Doesn't mean you don't do it.
You see how embarrassed they are of their past and their history? So he's a low-level drug dealer. He calls himself a dope boy because he's obsessed with street culture. But when he's been outed to his new audience of good white folks, according to him, who wants to save America first and kick out these criminals, he's being outed and he can't take it anymore. Oh, he hates himself, man. Chud, you going to jail. People, listen, bruh. People, we have all the ammunition in the world to get Chud locked up. What are we waiting for? We should be making police reports on Chud being a drug dealer tonight. That should be a lesson to a lot of y'all for why y'all gotta stop being so open when it comes to these people. Yo, people like Chud, man, yo, they're scavengers, they're vultures, bruh. They're trying to get in where they fit in. When being a dope boy was beneficial, when having street credibility was beneficial, when being a white boy on the block that was respected was beneficial to feed his family, oh, he was all of that. He even understood why saying the N-word wasn't cool, right? Here is Chud, by the way, explaining why people saying the N-word is not okay, all right? So Chud writes, literally just had a big comment in my DMs just now and try comparing the word, we can't say it on YouTube, but the R word with the N-word. It effed me up. Now, this is him talking to this dude, by the way, right? Who, again, they're both dope boys. So he says, this chick tried to compare the R word with the N word. It effed me up. As if they were even close to the same. One is rooted in honest linguistic usage. One is rooted in pure hate and dehumanization of an entire race of people. MFs are delusional.
Wait, how is he saying this, though? One is rooted in pure hate and dehumanization of the entire race of people. It's almost like he's against it, but he understands, like, the triggering nature of it. So that way, that's why he does it, because he knows that he can get a lot of engagement out of it. So he's definitely self-aware.
This is why I don't argue with these people, man. When y'all want to waste your breath and say, no, you can't say the N-word. No, the N-word is not just a number word. It's not freedom of speech. When y'all want to waste your breath and argue, you're arguing with people who understand why the N-word is bad to say. You're arguing with people who understand why the N-word isn't just a word. They understand exactly why it's hateful, but they're still gonna, which is why I don't even waste my breath to argue with them, bro. No, we just get in the field and get busy. Look, let's hear Chud explain again why the N-word is bad to say. He says the R word and the N word is not the same, right? They're not even close to the same. One is rooted in honest linguistic usage. One is rooted in pure hate and dehumanization of an entire race of people. MFs are delusional. Not only is Chud defrauding these good white people out of their money to feed his son, right? Because come to find out, you don't even have custody of your son. So you're just taking that money and feeding yourself, man. All right.
Yeah, he's just really just, being another beggar online. Kind of makes me wonder if Myron has ever came across this guy, if they wanted to collaborate, maybe have him on the show or something. Because I could have sworn that maybe their audiences maybe crossed over, and maybe somebody had mentioned to Myron hey, you got to have this guy on the show or something. And I think I'm not sure about this, but I think that Myron did not want him on the show for some reason, for an obvious reason.
Yeah. But wait till these good white people find out, Chud, that you were a dope boy who loved rap music, who sold drugs to the community, and you somehow understood that using the N-word was bad. Now let's compare the Chud we just seen and heard to the Grifter who we now... No, let's compare Dalton. That was Dalton in the past. Let's compare Dalton, the liberal who sold drugs and loved black folks. Let's compare that Dalton to the new Grifter on our timelines called Chud the Builder.
Oh, I support your right to free speech, but you go in certain neighborhoods around certain people, I just can't support that anymore. Okay, well, so you're okay with giving up your rights in certain neighborhoods around certain people? You're cool with it not being America there? We're taking our country back. Do you understand this? It's America first. Not America here and then, well, we just ignore that corner over there because I'm too to go over there and express my rights and exercise my freedoms. Oh, if you go over there and do that, bro, I can't support you anymore. I didn't want your support. You're a bitch. We're taking the country back. Steve Irwin, we're having fun doing so. Call him a nick. Jump on the Croc's neck, wrap the mouth with the tape. Nick. We're not scared of you anymore. We're having fun with this.
He's trying so hard to be this spokesperson for racist white folks, but they don't rock with him. Like, they don't respect him at all. So he goes, I wish we, so he responds back to this post where they go, I wish we had a white man that would stand up for white people. So he goes, I'm right here. This is just thirsty, Chud. Chud, this is thirsty, man. You gotta play, you gotta play it coy just a little bit more. Bro, you can't be this fanned out, man.
Yeah. He's totally bought into the whole white nationalist group and stuff. So yeah, he's willing to be a pillar of that community and hopefully garner support. You know, the people that, you know, stand up for Nick Fuentes, Lily Gaddis, and all these others, man.
It's thirsty, right? You got to have some decorum when you grifting, Chud. So that he says, I'm right here, guys. And they go, not you, bro. We don't respect you, bud. We don't respect you, bud. Not you, bro. Sorry. You're not our type of white guy.
Damn.
This is just sick, man. This is just, oh my God. I don't know how much worse it's going to get for Chud, but I have an idea because we already have.
I mean, I don't think it can get much worse, you know? I mean, you take away a man's responsibility to his kids, you take, you know, away his way to earn and stuff. You got a man that really has nothing left to lose, you know? So what does he have but to go out on his own terms, you know, to be a vigilante of justice, you know, or at least that's how he calls it in his own head, you know? So yeah, he's going to go out, he's going to continue to rage bait until somebody finally takes it. And, you know, it might end violently or it might end in him being arrested, you know, for hate crimes or whatever. And, yeah, I mean, it's just going to take one instance for it to happen. And then, you know, he's going to have this entire digital footprint to fall back on, and it's not going to look good for him.
We already have a part 4 planned. So stay tuned, okay? I'm going to create a playlist just for this series. And, you know, and send me stuff on Instagram, man. If you guys want me to cover certain, send me stuff on Instagram, bro. All right. I want to expand my horizon, and we want to really figure out who these people are and who these racists are and make their lives as difficult as possible. Okay. So let me know in the comment section. What do you?
It's crazy that people are still, you know, pushing, you know, this racist ideology, whatever, in 2026, when it's really not about the color of your skin. It's about status now. It's about how much money you have and stuff, and that's what truly separates people.
You guys think about this, okay? Let me know, man.
Shout out to Poetik Flakko with this coverage. He was the video basically that, you know, shed some light on the Give Send Go campaign, and it's just another level of scumbaggery, if that's a word. He's a douchebag for that, man. And anybody that donated to this guy for his cause, you know, to basically help out his family and stuff. Yeah, it's, we should just not make these people famous. We should let them just kind of fade away into obscurity and just like never bring them up again. That would be great. Let's see. So this next video that we're going to watch is going to be talking about how he finally gets banned. So let's check on this. I think this one is going to shed some light on Kick. I don't know if, I believe he's going to only be banned for 3 days or maybe more, but let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, probably one of the most
person that we're watching here, this is Mr. Cam Nuggets. Viral racist streamer finally banned Chud the Builder. Let's go.
Controversial content creators right about now. Chud the Builder has been banned indefinitely.
Indefinitely. So as of April 25th, which was about a week ago. So we are now up to date.
On Kick. If you don't recognize this face, this is a man who essentially walks around public places. He pretty much, you know, bothers people, right? We're talking Jack Doherty levels of harassing random people, usually people of color, to the point where he can then call them the N-word. And then when they get up in his face or they try to escalate the situation, he, you know, threatens to mace them. He threatens to pull his firearm out, right? This is who Chud the Builder is. And he's been making this type of content for about a year now. And he goes viral every once in a while for some of these things. Recently, me. He's been on my feed a lot, pretty much going after people. And one thing I know for certain is that Chud the Builder is probably chimping out right about now, which is something that he loves to say, of course, when he's talking to people, trying to be racist, trying to start drama for content.
Look at him, he's chimping out. You might want to get your boy. He's dumbass.
Honestly cannot wait until the whole IRL streaming thing collapses and it's just not a viable strategy anymore, because it's like we're not seeing anything of value. It's basically just people crashing out, people like provoking each other, people, you know, basically harassing people. And if it's not, you know, causing a public panic in the mall, or, you know, stealing, or, you know, just messing with people, it's just, I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't understand how Kick allows this stuff to go on for as long as it does.
Dumbass, back up.
Shut the
back up.
Stop saying
or what?
Why are you saying for?
You might want to back up. You're gonna get sprayed.
Why are you saying?
Because I can say it's America.
But why?
Because it's America.
But why?
Because I can say what I want. Or what? Back up. Back up.
Now, Chud on his Twitter posted this context saying, "Here's the clip I was sent by Kick support for the reason I was banned. They can't stand to see a white man in motion." And it's a clip of him arguing with a bunch of black dudes on the street, or like on a park, sitting on the bench. And apparently,
so below this, it's 1 hour later, it says appeal already denied. So I guess he he wasn't too lucky with Kick there.
What happened was they were just like annoyed that he was filming them, and he starts, of course, pulling his classic, like, "Oh, they're chimping out, they're chimping out. Oh, I'm about to mace you if you get too close to me," right?
The constitutional right to record.
I
don't need to ask you if I can exercise my freedom.
You're not gonna tell us you can't record anybody.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Y'all got to learn the law.
No, well,
y'all got to learn the law.
If somebody
don't walk up on me. Stay right there.
What's going to happen? Public park. What's going to happen? Walk anywhere.
Keep coming up.
You're going to punch me? Walk anywhere in public.
I'm going to mace your ass real quick.
Mace? Oh, is that all? So you're one of those guys.
I'll spray the shit out you, yeah.
I would rather you punch me in my face.
Just learn how to act, bro.
Learn how to act. Learn how to ask. Learn how to ask.
Why are you acting like a no.
Acting like a what?
You heard me. Sit down.
Oh, sit down. If I stand up, what's the penalty?
Come on. Look at him.
If I stand up, what's the penalty?
Y'all need to learn how to act.
Don't make a move, man.
Y'all need to learn how. We can record all we want around here.
Record it, brother, man.
Come on. Come chimp over here. Come chimp over here.
And then Chud says, appeal already denied, and this is what Kick told him. "We're writing to inform you that your account has been suspended due to a violation of our terms of service and community guidelines. Reason for suspension, public harassment. After a thorough review, we identified specific actions that breached our policies. As part of our commitment to transparency, we have included evidence such as video recordings detailing the reasons behind this decision. If you believe this suspension was a mistake or have any questions about the decision, you may contact us at appeals@Kick to appeal or seek further clarification. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Kind regards." And they included a recording of that part right there. Now, as of recording this, he ended up getting an update saying that his Kick suspension will be lifted in 3 days. And that time, I will get Rumble set up and running.
Oh my God, he's been banished to the pennies on the dollar site Rumble. Jesus. I mean, that's where all the people go to die, pretty much, on Rumble.
Kick. So, like, bro, you only got banned for 3 days for literally having the entire content strategy of just being racist to random people in public. Like, that's kind of a good thing. 3 days is nothing. That's literally less time than we've seen people like freaking Amaranth get banned, and she just like her nipple might fall out on accident, a real big oopsie. But meanwhile, this guy's literally harassing people as his entire content, and he's only been banned once for 3 days, which is like kind of crazy.
The slap on the wrist is what it is, man. It's crazy. It's like, you kind of wonder, yeah, okay, so the reason why this hasn't been done before is because people honestly know the terms and conditions, whatever, of being on that site and stuff. And they know that, yeah, like, there's a reason why we shouldn't do this. But you got people that are going to push it against the walls to see what's allowed, you know?
I'm a man who enjoys free speech. I am a man who thinks that if someone, wants to make like jokes involving race and whatnot, if it's very obvious that they're in a clear comedy setting or parody setting, I'm not going to be offended by jokes, by humor, right? Some banter between people, right? Like if you have friends who may be a different race than you guys can banter with one another about race and whatnot. Where I think a problem is when you go into public places to harass people. And then when you start harassing them, you start calling them racial slurs. And then when you start calling them racial slurs, you get angry and you try to describe it as free speech, right? We all know that free speech is one thing, and there's people that go around saying like things are hate speech and whatnot, right? I don't really care about all that stuff. I think that people should be able to say what they want, but I do think that people should also be able to be like, hey, you shouldn't go into these platforms and do this kind of stuff and expect to get content, right? And I also think this guy's playing a very dangerous game because he might run into the wrong person one day. And I don't want to see a man lose his life because he wanted to call some psychopath the N-word and they end up ending his life, right?
I mean, but look at this guy. I mean, look at his eyes, man. He has nothing worth holding on to. He's basically a man has basically run out of time, and he's just, how old do we say he was? 32? At 32 years old, he's already given up because he feels like he has nothing else to live for. So yeah, he's going to put himself in these high tense situations or whatever and just provoke something to happen, because I think he just needs something to feel, I mean, when you leave a man alone to his devices and stuff, he can either be productive or he can be destructive, and we obviously know where he is, what he's chosen.
This can happen. It might happen. And if it does, we can already see there's going to be people online probably trying to say this guy's like the next Charlie Kirk or something crazy like that. When in reality, this situation could all be avoided if he didn't go into public settings with the people that he despises so much that he wants to essentially farm them for content by being racist, right? Now, it's kind of funny because this guy, Tom Hennessy, says stream live on X instead. And Chud says, I'm not monetized here. No point in risking my life with live streaming if no place will monetize me. Time to get political and run for office. I have an idea. How about just make content, like make good content, produce something of value.
No, see, unfortunately, Chud the Builder is in too deep. All right. He's already committed to this content strategy and he doesn't know anything else. I don't think he would be able to pivot into anything else because he sees the results and the engagement that he's getting out of this. So he's probably going to keep pushing until he's not monetized anywhere.
Instead of relying on trying to start race wars with people, trying to go to places that there will be black people, to then try to be racist to black people so that you can farm clips and get content and get hate watchers, right? This is like a different breed of lolcow. Like, we're not talking, people who do cringy things. I mean, this is kind of cringy, right? You guys can like it. You guys might be like, oh, he's just silly. He's just defending himself and like he's really...
honestly, I think he's pandering to like the lowest common denominator, I mean, probably like 13, 14-year-old kids that are probably watching him on Kick and stuff, thinking he's like so cool and so brave, to be able to, go up into these situations and stuff. But honestly, I don't think anybody, at least in the white supremacist movement, are like holding this guy up with any type of regard whatsoever.
Racial slurs is like the free speech and whatnot. Like, we all know what he's doing. He wants these reactions, and he knows that he's protected by his firearms, by his mace in public places. So he's going to insult these people and like throw slurs around at them because he realizes like there's cameras all around him, and he's grown a platform doing this type of stuff. To me, this is literally no different than people like Jack Doherty. These
people that like are scumbag IRL streamers. People are like, oh, it's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. It's like, no, man. It's like, I've seen plenty of people that are pranksters online that catch themselves on camera getting beat up in the grocery store or in this, or in the mall or something because they said it was just a prank, but people don't care. They don't care about this online stuff. They're like, no, you disrespected me. You disrespected my girl. It's like, you have to die now, unfortunately,
cringy little losers who bait people for content because they can't do anything else. They're not interesting people. They're not creative characters. This guy's entire content for the last year has been being racist to black people so that he can farm them for money. Now, I think the most insane thing about this guy is he made a give, send, go because he claims he was wrongfully fired from his job, when this is literally his content now, right? He claims that I was fired from my previous contracting job after BLM activists targeted me over words I shared online. Jokes in a...
Now, if you pay attention to this M dash right here, after BLM activists targeted me over words I shared online, M dash, jokes and opinions, this might be written by ChatGPT. He might not have even had the thought to, you might have just like, hey, can you write a sympathetic thing, whatever, about me losing my job and all that stuff, whatever, to garner sympathy. Maybe throw in, because I used the N-word a couple times, a very mild joke or something, just really play it down. And then he hit enter and it spit out this whole thing. And now he is, yeah, dude, everything he does is lazy, man. This has got to be done by ChatGPT.
Opinions they twisted to end my career. With no other way to support my family and my precious 2-year-old son, I poured everything into this small business, working tirelessly to provide for my family and build a future. So, like, this dude literally got fired for whatever. I don't know the context of that, saying some racist jokes or something that ended up getting him canceled, right? I don't think anyone should be canceled for jokes and whatnot. I've already kind of elaborated that. But the fact that this guy still has this page up,
so far it says he's raised $48,000.
$48,000.
Almost $49,000, almost.
Raised $48,000, literally from people who just support him being racist to black people. Right? We're all sick of them, bro. Peace. $50. This guy gave him $50 because he's racist on Kick. Chud might be a racist person, right? That's what it is. It might be racist to go to places to pick fights with black people so that you can be racist to them and claim its content and claim you're defending yourself, right? If you truly wanted to like speak up and like be this big Chud cool character protecting people and like using free speech, go harass white people. I'm not saying you should. Obviously, I disavow harassing anyone. But
I mean, why would he harass white people? I mean, that's going to be his whole fan base, you know, that are giving him any money and stuff. So I think it would be wise for him to just, I don't know, maybe just disappear off the internet, you know, maybe just try to find an honest living, maybe even change his name, you know, to try to start new and just try to have an honest living of trying to make money and stuff. Because, you know, online, it might seem appealing to a lot of people, but you basically paint yourself in a corner with this type of content. It's not sustainable, obviously. And you're eventually going to get banned. You're eventually going to get kicked off of these platforms and stuff. And then you're going to end up on the Fumble Rumble Reject Squad.
It's insanely weird, insanely interesting that the only people this guy harasses for content are black people. A racist grift where he is literally harassing people for money so that he can grow as a creator. It's just really weird and it's really stupid in my opinion. Now, I want to know what you guys think down below, of course.
Yeah, shout out to this guy here, Mr. Cam Nuggets, because, you know, it just makes sense to me that if he's indefinitely banned off of Kick, you know, it just means that his last bastion of free speech is going to be Rumble, because Rumble lets everybody on there. Doesn't matter. Let's see. I think the last one that we're going to watch, I think it's this one right here. This was the complete Chud the Builder story. I think this is it. Let's check it out.
If I want.
Let's check it. So this will be the final video, so we will have a full understanding of this guy. If you guys haven't really gathered at all, I'm pretty sure this is it. This is by PoliticalReset. The first N-word influencer? He's not. The complete Chud the Builder story. So, again, you know, I said you have Nick Fuentes, you have Lily Gaddis, you have Myron Gaines, you have plenty of noteworthy and unnoteworthy individuals on the internet that have really paved the way for this guy to garner any type of support, because, you know, if people like watching this crash out content and stuff, yeah, they're gonna want more of it until he's banned, and then they're just gonna move on to the next one. So again, it's not sustainable, but it is a content strategy that unfortunately produces very quick results, but you lose your platform just as quickly. So
America's favorite racist, Chud the Builder.
He's now. Today we're going to be talking about this piece of racist grifter, Chud the Builder.
His name is Chud the Builder.
It's the white boy calling niggas. This him right here.
Chud the Builder, bro. I'm the white nigga calling niggas.
The real story is that I was just a normal guy.
Look at that. He's talking to Gavin McInnes. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that their paths would cross. You know, Gavin McInnes is, he's part of the whole Proud Boy coalition. So yeah, it kind of makes sense that they would both kind of cross paths at a certain point.
I work in a normal job. This is America. You can't tell me what I can say, and I can't tell you what you can say.
But just know, you ain't never say.
Yeah, I know you. You girls always like me, but I hate to always have to break it to you.
What? You're gay?
I'm a racist.
You're a racist?
Look, she wanted to laugh.
He talks shit, but he has a gun on him.
They now. Oh, why are you going into our hoods and calling us a dumbass
ninjas?
What do I got to lose? What else do I have to lose, brother?
That's the most honest statement he's made in this whole video is, what do I have to lose? You know, he's already lost his job. He's lost his kid. Doesn't have any like family. He probably doesn't. He definitely doesn't have a girl. Just, this is a man that's out of time. That's going to just rage bait for any type of engagement so that he can get a little bit of pennies, a little bit of shekels, you know, to keep him going.
You bitch ass nigga. They out, dumbass
ninjas.
My life, take it.
See?
Dalton Etherly is a contractor who lives and works in Clarksville, Tennessee, a 45-minute drive from Nashville. He specializes in remodeling, repairing, and restoring homes. One morning on his drive to work, Dalton engaged in a road rage incident with a black female driver and her daughter. The driver's daughter claims that Dalton almost sideswiped them in traffic. Dalton denies this claim.
She starts yelling at me saying, "What the fuck's your problem? What's your problem?" I said,
"Ninja."
Just doing the speed limit. And then as soon as I said that, she threw her drink out the window. She said,
"Ninja."
Dalton and the driver then meet again at another red light. It's at this point that Dalton raises his cross at her to mockingly bless her.
And I was blessing them. I hit her with the blessing because they were throwing drinks at my truck.
The driver's daughter takes a picture of Dalton doing this and later proceeds to post it on a local Facebook group called Idiots in Cars, a group that encourages users to post their stories and pictures of road rage incidents that occur in Clarksville, Tennessee. This Facebook post has widespread consequences on Dalton's life.
They took that picture, posted it everywhere, said, "This guy's calling us hard R's, blah, blah, blah," got me fired.
Dalton consequently has to start his own remodeling business to continue his trade. However, even with his own company, Dalton consistently observes coordinated activity on social media that's focused on deterring others from hiring him to work on their homes.
Yeah, just because you start your own business because you're not hireable, people are still going to they're going to know who you are, so they're going to actively work against, coordinated efforts to basically people not take you on for any type of contracting jobs because they're just like, no, we don't want to give you any business. It's like, we know who you are.
Make sure that if you live in Clarksville, Tennessee, you are not getting this guy to do any business for you.
Do not hire this guy. He's hateful. He's this, is that. They say nothing about the work I actually do.
This Facebook post even gets...
And again, it's not about the work you do. It's what you say, I guess, or people, what's that saying? People won't remember what you say. They'll remember what you do. But everything you do that's online is from what you say, So, unfortunately, you have this huge digital footprint of just racism that's been spread over the course of a year. Anybody that Googles your name is linked to Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder is something that you're going to need to try to get scrubbed off the internet, man, because you've made quite the name of yourself.
It's an upcoming baptism Dalton had scheduled with a local Catholic church canceled. The priest tells him to stay out of the community, according to a screenshot shared by Dalton of their text conversation together.
The priest called and said, "Hey, this slander's gotten so bad, we have no choice but to kick you out of the church and cancel your baptism." I got that call from the priest and he said, my hand's tied. I was like, can I at least get a personal visit? I can explain myself. My hands are tied. The clergy made the decision.
Then they called the priest and they say, hey, we're going to kill you if you baptize this guy. The priest says, okay, we're not going to baptize him.
Shortly after this, Dalton is...
Imagine if we got that baptism. What kind of timeline would we be in? Would he be a completely like reverted man to like something different, completely like changed, maybe spreading the gospel instead of like going in calling everybody N-words? I don't know. I highly doubt it though. I think he would go right back into doing his content. You know, he just wanted to have that on, you know, on his content that, yeah, I got baptized, but look, we're back on business, man. We're back. Like I'm basically forgiven for everything, you know? Let's start a new one.
Buying a birthday gift for his toddler son at a local Walmart and films a black woman having a loud altercation with the store staff.
Bitch, you got me fucked up. I'll smack the shit out of you in here. Yeah, keep talking shit and I'ma show you.
It's the usual suspect.
And I'ma show you. Don't say a motherfucking thing to my kids.
I wonder who pissed her off. She's out. Now.
Bitch, don't say shit to my kids.
She's out.
And the video of this incident goes viral.
POV, you're just shopping for your son's birthday gifts in America 2025. It's everywhere I go, this is happening, and I'm the one who's being called the hateful guy for just calling it out.
At this point in time...
Well, you know, if he had not switched the camera into her selfie mode where he showed his face, he could have just said that. But no, it would have been... He would have screwed that up anyway, because I'm sure his other videos have his face shown and stuff, so... Yeah, he was screwed from the very beginning.
Out was a phrase that had picked up momentum online due to a wave of violent videos that were surfacing daily. Out was intended to encapsulate aggressive, disruptive, and loud behavior of black people featured in these videos. Some felt the term to be a racist categorization, comparing black people's actions to that of chimps, while others felt the unflattering comparison to be justified due to what they believe was the heavy societal cost of the recorded behavior.
And I'm like, hey, I'm not the only one who's sick of this shit. They took my job, they took my son, and then they took my baptism.
You started your own company. You ran that for 2 years. Got to the point where they're threatening the lives of people who work with me. Then they called the family and they say, hey, we're going to kill every one of you, to the point where it's really not safe for me to be a father in my own home.
With nothing left to lose in his eye.
Hey, look at that. I was going to say, is this American History X or is this Fight Club? I think this is Fight Club, not American History X. But it's funny how we were talking about Edward Norton, and here he is.
Dalton doubles down on
it's Fight Club.
Saying the N-word on camera.
Fucking dumbass.
Ninjas.
Dumbass.
Ninjas.
Your mom.
He begins actively creating video content for various social media platforms centered on the shock of a white man calling black people the N-word without hesitation or apology.
You got something to say?
Yeah.
What's that?
Nah, man, nigga.
Get in your car.
Ninja.
He's out.
Your ass fuck. You going down soon,
Look at him all now.
Dalton is now a divisive local celebrity in Clarksville, so he takes advantage of this status frequently in his videos by filming confrontations with those who recognize him.
You look so fucking familiar, you shit starter.
I ain't no shit starter. I'm a shit finisher. They start the shit. Y'all know that. Don't walk up on me.
Ninja.
What's wrong, dog? But just know, you ain't never safe.
I feel pretty safe right now.
I believe you do. I'm proud of you.
You think I'm never safe?
I'm proud of you.
I think the Clarksville Police Department thinks I'm pretty safe.
I don't give a fuck. I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm pretty safe.
I just want you to
You're a
ninja.
I just want you to know you're a racist.
I'm not a racist.
You're not
I
racist.
can say what I want though.
I'm a
Yeah, you're
ninja.
The thing is though, it doesn't hurt a racist to call him, well, you're a racist. It's like they know that. So it's like it's almost better to just like not engage him at all, because then like his words don't have any power, you know? It's like if you just, I know it's taking the high road by not being moved or bothered by this stuff. But if you do that, you take away his power. Honestly, that's literally what it is. Coke May says, dumbass ninja. It's funny how they replaced it. It is pretty funny. Dumbass ninja.
Hold on.
And stop walking up on my truck like you gonna do some shit.
First of all, I'm right here. Now, hold on.
He lives right in Clarksville, Tennessee. You got freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence. I hope you love every consequence that comes with this, since you think you bad.
I need to get a monster. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, unlucky for him, he lives in a small town, and you know he's made himself this infamous celebrity. So yeah, I mean, he's gonna get recognized everywhere, man. He's got to shave that mustache off, man.
You own this place?
I do. It's over with.
Hey, don't walk up on me like that. Don't walk up on me.
Ninjas.
Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but out.
Ninjas.
Trying to say I can't come in the store. Look at these dumbass
Ninjas.
now. What y'all gonna do if I walk in the store? What are y'all gonna do if I walk in the store? Look at him pulling his dick out.
What you gonna do if your baby get on his dick?
Don't walk up on me. Yeah, my dick. Dumbass.
Ninja.
Yeah, you dumbass cracker. Nah.
You don't scare me.
It's a white boy calling niggas. This is him right here. I call him Dalton. This before I know him as Chud the Builder. When you do that internet stuff, calling niggas running around and stuff.
Dalton decides to post these clips under the alias Chud the Builder.
What was your name again?
Chud the Builder, bro. I'm the white nigga calling niggas.
Chud the Builder.
Chud the Builder. You know, like Bob the Builder?
In the name, Dalton also embraces the term Chud, which at that point was used by people on the left online, meant to denigrate those with right or far-right beliefs.
Why now, white man? Why now are you standing up to us? Oh, why are you going into our hoods and calling us a
ninja?
What do I got to lose? What else do I have to lose, brother? My life? Take it. I'd rather be dead than in this bullshit tyranny. Fuck you.
This is America.
There it is, guys. It just, I mean, you can't, it doesn't get any more honest in terms of motivation right there. You know, like he has nothing left to lose. You can't take anything else from him. So yeah, he's going to go out on his own terms, honestly.
You can't tell me what I can say, and I can't tell you what you can say. As long as you're not stringing together words to make a direct threat to my life, I don't care what you say. And I'm told that I'm a hateful person for using a word. And so that to me sounds like someone who's trying to police your free speech.
In terms of the confrontations,
it sounds like Myron right there, man. Myron being a free speech absolutist, you know, I'm pretty sure these guys would get along just great.
Dalton starts documenting and sharing. Dalton, or now Chud, is often provoked or engaged by someone black before he resorts to calling them the N-word. The specific type of provocation can range from road rage incidents, to someone confronting him in a random parking lot, to something as indirect as someone recognizing and filming him when he's waiting for his coffee.
You got the
ninja.
Nazis. You know, like a paparazzi, except
ninja.
You know what I mean?
Get the fuck on.
What are you gonna do?
Ninja.
What the fuck you gonna do? Crackle.
What are you gonna do?
Ninja.
Crackle.
Look at this
ninja.
now. They out every day.
It's a white boy calling niggas. This is him right here.
Calling niggas.
That's one on Facebook.
Do something about it.
He
did the meme.
My dick bigger than yours.
He did the meme. My dick.
Boy, get your crack ass out of here.
He's now.
Fuck on out of here. Hell.
He's now.
Hell. Crackle.
Look at him out.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the same weight, you know. It just, I don't know. That's the thing, though. It's like you can't stoop to his level and try to insult him back, because it's like this guy, he's a psychopath. He doesn't feel any type of like pain from words and stuff like that, which, you know, it's like, just don't engage him, man.
But in the case of at least 2 recorded incidents, Dalton is the clear instigator and actively seeks out confrontations by saying the N-word in front of black people, just going about their day.
What
up,
ninja?
That's your favorite word. Cause you got a gun and stuff.
Hey, don't come in my truck.
Alright. Stop saying this shit around here.
What if I say it to you?
Ninja.
Cause you got a gun.
Dumbass.
Ninja.
Is this the one?
Y'all ever heard this song?
You see the shadow in the...
You heard this song?
Ninja.
I'm calling my ops.
Ninja.
You better not play with it. It's that Young Thug.
Ninja. Ninja. Ninja.
I'm calling my ops.
Ninja.
Another example, one that is the most incendiary piece of content Dalton has released, was when Dalton drove to a drug-infested part of town where homelessness and addiction are visibly rampant and called the destitute.
Oh, Coke Buddy, here we go. My favorite character is Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. He's the badass ninja who's seeking revenge from another ninja named Sub-Zero. They're both part of the rival ninja clan. Oh man, I thought you were gonna say your favorite Ninja was Noob Saibot, but no, Scorpion's my favorite too.
Black people there, the N-word, without any provocation on their end.
Anywhere you see these dumbass
ninjas
painted on a wall, you can bet your ass it's a fucking shithole. Every time. Dirty
ninjas,
dirty trash. Every time you see dirty
ninjas,
you see dirty trash. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass
ninja.
The most viral and popular piece of content Dalton has ever released was when he visited a local grocery store and made eye contact with two mixed-race males parked illegally in front of the store in the fire lane.
What do you mean? He ch***ing out. He said, what's the issue? Because I looked at him.
Chimping out?
He ch***ing out.
Put that phone down.
Why?
Phone down.
You don't like looking ugly?
Put that phone down, bitch ass boy.
Shut up.
Ninja.
Come on, come do something. Come do something. Pull up.
Oh, he got found.
Yeah, walk up.
Found.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, alright.
They ch***ing out. They ch***ing out. Dumbass
ninjas.
Dumbass
ninja.
Dude, it would just take one guy to come up to him with like a ski mask, whatever, and just do whatever he wanted to him, you know? Like not even completely blindside him, and that would be it.
Dumbass
ninjas.
He's a
ninja.
He's a
ninja.
Two of them. Two
ninjas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, turn your fucking music down and don't park in the fire lane no more. That's what we're talking about. Don't park in the fire lane no more. Dumbass
ninja.
Got that phone.
Fuck wrong with you, bitch ass nigga.
They ch***ing out. Look, they parked in the fire lane out.
I'm right here.
You better get out of my face.
I'm right here.
Get out of my face, boy.
Hey, you, I'm
That's what I thought.
Ninja.
That's what I thought.
Ninja.
I'm not
Dumbass.
Ninja.
You know what the fuck
He's ch***ing out.
I'm not with none of that.
Look at him, he's ch***ing out.
Aren't you the guy that all those black kids try to fuck with in that one store? It is that guy. It's that. I remember the video I showed you. The black kids, they all try
And
to
he was
fuck
like,
with him.
I was like, look at these
ninjas.
now.
Yeah, they were.
Listen, I've never been a bully. They tried to say that I was out just antagonizing people. They said, what's your fucking problem, white boy? All because I looked at him. I gave him the white boy smile, you know.
No, I'm not gonna lie, bro. They be doing that here too.
And so I said, I just upped the camera. I said, look at him. He's out. He asked me what my problem is. They said, oh, he got that file on him. And, you know, they started calling me a bitch ass boy before I ever even said anything.
It's clear by the video that this confrontation would have likely led to a violent altercation had the men, one of them named Cameron, not seen that Dalton was in possession of a firearm. Cameron later tailed Dalton to a convenience store where they had another confrontation caught on camera.
He out. Is that you, Cameron? What up, nigga? How you been, nigga? Look, it's the original. They out again. He mad he went viral as fuck. You saw that? Called his bluff. You know what I'm talking about? The real YNs recognize real. Real niggas recognize real, but you fake.
Ninja. Ninja.
He ain't allowed to say that word.
Oh, I'm not? Do you know what America is? Free speech. Look at this
ninja.
Now. Look at this
ninja.
Now.
What you doing? We're recording together.
Dude, I got it right here too.
We're recording together.
This feels like a Black Mirror episode right now. Like, just we're trying to keep ourselves safe by recording everything, but we're still trying to insult each other and feel like men and stuff. It's just, I don't know. This is kind of bad. This is really bad. It's not really manly, you know. This just seems very childish.
We got the whole thing as soon as I walked in. You still ain't doing shit, and you still ain't doing nothing. Look at him. He still ain't doing shit. Tell me I can't say something again. This is a fucking America. This is America. I can call him a
ninja
if I want. You know what I mean? Keep out. 10 million views, this dumbass.
Ninja.
Hey, you have a good day. Dumbass.
Ninja.
He's still out. Look at these dumbass
ninjas.
Look at these dumbass
ninjas.
Now, and do something about it. That's what I thought. Leave me alone.
Ninja.
Leave me alone.
Ninja.
Do something about it.
Ninja.
Do something about it.
Ninja.
Do something about it.
Dumbass.
Ninja.
Keep out. Keep out.
Ninja.
Throughout the entire time, Dalton has had viral notoriety. He has maintained that he does not have hate in his heart. Dalton attempts to prove this to anyone open to the possibility by sharing interactions with black inhabitants of Clarksville that don't end in name-calling.
What's up, bro? Huh? Yeah, they call me Chud. How you doing? We all real niggas around here. Kill me then. Hey, you cool though, bro. It's nice to meet you. What up? You fuck with it? Where'd he go? What up, bro? How you been? Hey, what'd you say, my mustache? Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, I get a lot of shit from homies. All the YNs hate on the mustache, so.
Up to this point, the consequences of Dalton's personal crusade to reclaim use of the N-word for all races have been significant and felt across many different domains.
He's got 2,164 signatures so far, man. Not a strong campaign, unfortunately. Not strong enough.
Domains of his life.
So apparently now there's going to be a massive protest where the entire black community of Clarksville is gathering in or outside the courthouse on the day of my trial.
We will break them down into four different...
Hold on. Let's go back and read that, because that's news to me. Hold on. Let's go back.
Protests where the entire black community of Clarksville is gathering in or outside.
Okay, so Clarksville, Tennessee, court records show that Dalton Levi Etherly is scheduled to appear in Montgomery County Court on February 3rd, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. according to the county's online court record system. The case filed on December 10th, 2025 remains open and is being overseen by a special judge. The case has drawn widespread attention after videos and public posts circulating online showing Etherly using racially offensive language and racial slurs in public. The behavior has sparked strong backlash across Clarksville, with many residents calling the actions racist and unacceptable.
At the courthouse on the day of my trial.
We will break them down into four different categories: legal, financial, day-to-day life, and online reputation. The legal consequences all started when a local online activist, appalled by Dalton's early social media content, posted Dalton's number on a social media platform and encouraged his followers to call and harass Dalton.
You can't do that, unfortunately. You can't dox a person.
Are they getting you for some weird shit, though?
For weeks, I've been getting harassed. I report the harassment. I made some videos where I stirred some people up, but I did nothing illegal in those videos. They look into me. They make a post saying, hey, we're investigating on whether we can do anything and charge this person. They see I did nothing illegal. Then I allegedly forwarded my calls for a single day to a person who's been posting my number saying, call this person. And they come and arrest me for the harassment that I've been reporting that they do nothing about. I allegedly forwarded my calls to him for a single day, and that's what they arrested me for. Not for telling people to call him, not for putting out his information or retaliating in any way. In my opinion, it will more than likely be dismissed, and every lawyer I've talked to will say the same thing. They just won't represent me in court because they're scared of all of the public outcry. I had a lawyer I met walking out of my arraignment, and he said, oh man, I represent murderers and rapists. I don't mind representing you. I don't care what people think about me. I went over to his office and was like, hey man, I never heard back from you. What's going on? I just got out of jail again. And he said, oh, well, my clients who are up in the county jail, they told me I'm not allowed to represent you, and they actually scare me. Well, I asked him straight to his face in front of his secretaries, do you know any lawyers with some balls that will represent me? And he said, it's not about balls.
You know Jeffrey Dahmer had a lawyer, right? He ate blacks.
In order to get pretrial release from jail for this harassment charge, Dalton had to agree.
I mean, I guess the only difference between him and Jeffrey Dahmer is he's not physically eating them, but he is eating off of them. So,
to a set of pretrial release conditions. The first condition was that as long as his charge was still pending, Dalton could not carry any firearms.
And I'm so up in arms about the conditions of my...
Oh no, you can't carry a firearm? Oh no, he's gonna have to dual wield the mace now, because he's just like, he's not gonna have any real real firepower behind him now. That's not good.
My release was that I got out of jail on the terms of no firearms.
Then they paint a target on my back and say, you're not allowed to leave the state and you can't carry a firearm.
They've been aware of the death threats from across the country. I've got, FBI investigations into people saying they're going to come to my house and cut my 2-year-old son's head off.
Oh my God.
The most heinous threats
Good thing your son isn't with you anymore. I mean, you don't have to worry about that happening.
you've ever heard. It's disgusting, and these people are horrible, but still I pray for them, and yet the police departments, they don't care.
Another required condition of Dalton's pretrial release was that he was to refrain from drinking any alcohol while his case was still pending.
We went out to a restaurant. They recognized me. They brought us a Merry Christmas ale on the house. As soon as they got footage of me taking a sip of it, they came over to me. I already had the cops there. Came over and said, we're going to ask you to leave. And I said, whoa, what's going on? And I recorded the whole thing. And they said, we have the right to refuse anyone service, which they do, which is fine.
We have the right to refuse service to anybody.
For what?
We have the right to refuse service to anybody in our restaurant.
Is it because I say
Ninja?
Be honest. I'm a white man that says the N-word. That's why you don't like me.
We have the right to refuse service to anybody in the restaurant.
You gotta love it. Freedom of speech is not free anymore.
Police are
Police are on the way for what?
Police are already on the way.
For what?
Please leave the building. Thank you, sir.
He called the cops already. Hey, you have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
And then they showed up at the house like I was some murderer and woke me up at 7 a.m. in the morning to come and, take me to jail.
Getting woken up by sheriffs all at my house saying they're coming to take me to jail for violating allegedly my conditions of release. I've done nothing wrong. I've contacted nobody, yet here they are.
Which, by the way, I wasn't even thinking about that being my condition of release, that for months I'm not allowed to have a single sip of alcohol because I
should have been listening to the terms and conditions that, you can't carry a firearm, you can't leave the state, and you can't have a sip of alcohol while your case is being run. So, yeah, I mean, it seems pretty easy to remember if you're actually paying attention.
I was thinking about the fact that they took my Second Amendment right to carry.
Finally, in legal consequences, Dalton added one more charge to his rap sheet when he visited an AT&T Mobile store at the height of his local celebrity.
After all this harassment started going viral, I went to go to the AT&T store to try and switch over my number. I go in there and I just film everything at this point because everyone around here knows me. So I was already recording, and the lady basically said she couldn't help me for whatever reason. She didn't want to help me. She said, you got to call the phone and do it all on the phone. I explained to her, I said, the people on the phone told me to come in here. No,
I'm not required to use my personal device. And then you didn't start with the fact that your phone doesn't work.
Okay, so you guys are no help.
Sure, if that's how you like to look at it.
What was your name?
Yasmin.
Yasmin?
Yeah, you don't have to take a picture of me.
Hey, don't grab my phone. Don't assault me. There was no need for that.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll go and do what I got to do. But I just wanted to make sure I got you guys'
What's that? What you trying to get?
And she pressed charges on me or tried to put an order of protection against me, saying that I was stalking and harassing her by posting a single video of her. Thankfully, the judge heard the situation and was like almost reluctant to dismiss it, but he was like begging her for some sort of evidence. Did he do anything to you? Did he threaten you? Did he harass you? And she said, not me personally, Your Honor, but anyone who's seen his videos, and I'm quoting verbatim. She said, anyone that's seen his videos knows that he goes around calling black people the N-word and says that they're out, and he should have his right to carry revoked because that would be good for Clarksville. And I said, Your Honor, she said with her own words, I'm going around expressing my First Amendment freedom of speech, and she wants to take my Second Amendment right to carry because of it. I said, I rest my case. And he dismissed it.
Dalton has supplemented the hit to his finances as a result of his project by doing two things. The first...
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not against the law to be racist, But, as far as being monetized for that, there are things in place to kind of keep you from making money off of that, which is good. So... and employment opportunities, I mean, if you have a massive digital footprint with a lot of followers and stuff, people that, are going to spread your content far and wide, whatever. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get all that scrubbed, and, you're going to have to completely revamp yourself so that you can get out here and support yourself, because opportunities are just going to dry up.
Was by starting a Give, Send, Go campaign, which is the right-leaning version of GoFundMe.
He creates a give, send, go, right? He's now begging for money.
So far, Dalton's supporters have donated over $40,000 to him and his cause. The next thing Dalton has done to counteract his financial losses is to partner with ID-free online cryptocurrency casinos like Toshi.bet by talking about them during his videos or playing their games on his live stream.
Promoting gambling, man. I mean, it's like, don't all these guys do it? Like Aiden Ross and what's the other guy? Logan Paul, all of them. You know, they all promote gambling to little kids, and I don't think it's a good thing either, man. But I mean, a grifter, scammer's got to do whatever they got to do, you know?
You be fucking with the casinos? It's called Toshi.bet because you recognize me. Look, Toshi.bet. All you gotta do is sign up, put code CHUD. You can play all types of different casino games, bro.
Are these efforts enough to completely supplement the losses Dalton has incurred due to his work as Chud the Builder? It's unclear for certain, but likely not. The next category of consequences Dalton's project has brought him are those that affect his day-to-day life at a local level.
Dude, I can't get a haircut. My barber's scared the blacks are going to shoot the shop up. He texted me yesterday. He said, we got to part ways. I'm like, bro, I need a haircut. I need a fucking haircut. He's like, nah, them be chipping out.
And one person even said, yeah.
So he can't even leave the state either. I mean, he's got to, I don't know, man. He's got to figure it out, man. He probably has to just cut his own hair.
Our owner saw you saying the N-word on the internet, so she didn't want to serve you. And to me, sounds like, okay, but this black guy sitting here, I guarantee there's a video or two of him somewhere saying it with his homies, and you're serving him. So does that not racial discrimination based on the color of my skin?
No, because the videos you were saying something weird did.
What about it?
They didn't want to serve you anymore because
What videos?
The videos of you, what was it, saying the N-word or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
So, y'all don't want to serve me because of
that's just purely
free speech?
That's not.
Who's the owner?
Bill and Jen. If you want to contact them, then you're more than welcome to. They got an email.
So, like, y'all are totally anti-free speech here?
That's not that. It's just.
Half my friends are black.
Yeah.
So your black friends don't allow you to say certain words?
It's not that they don't allow it. It's more like our
Physiognomy never lies.
They've threatened me so much that my son, it's not even safe for him to live here.
Look now. Look at
No.
And we hang out, and these ladies were like, kick this racist out of here. It was the night Charlie got shot.
Oh.
And she was saying, kick this racist out of here, kick this racist out of here. And everybody's like, whoa, what are we kicking him out for? What's going on? And all I did, I just mogged them. And because of my energy, I guess everybody loved it. And they were like, look at this guy. They're screaming at him, and he's just sitting there mogging them.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Shue. Leave you alone, you racist brother piece of shit.
Dude, look how quickly they changed. They were like happy to introduce themselves on the camera, and then as soon as he made eye contact with her, she just started barking straight at him like, get out of here. That was pretty funny.
Because you're a fucking racist murder piece of shit. Look at everyone else in here that's looking at you. Please,
me and everybody here get along.
Okay.
Except you guys.
Right.
You guys.
No, why do they all leave? You because you're a fucking get her. I'll show her your fucking videos on Clarksville now. You're recording me without my consent. I can fucking sue you.
You look sick as fuck right now.
I can literally sue you. You're recording without my consent. I'm crashing out because you're
She's
racist.
crashing out. Is it a valid?
Where you from, dude?
They're chipping out.
this motherfucker! We're chipping out, motherfucker!
What's up, dude?
Clarksville,
Yes, sir. Yeah. We were trying to figure out if these guys were gonna kiss or fight.
Dude, and now we're about to kiss or fight.
We thought they were gonna, and then I saw you guys about to fight. I was like, holy shit.
This is a bad story, y'all. Dalton, you know, he got his girl, you know, me and his girl, but he called her his wife, but she really don't like his ass. His girl used to like my posts and stuff, cause I be out in the streets amongst the people. You know, just before I knew him as Chud the Builder. But I call him Dalton. This girl, you know, go back and forth, and she starts secretly liking me, cause you know, they fall in love with the internet character, cause she ain't know Carlos, but she know Young Count. Really what Chud to do is take his anger out. But he's not even really mad. He secretly like black people. You mess with somebody and you share chromosomes and stuff like that when you having sex. My sperm went all in, all right? And so he hitting her and kissing her and everything. So hey, he got some of that black DNA in him. That's why he acting like a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And since he lived, well, that's a wild theory, man. I mean, if it's true, it's true, but it would kind of sow the seeds of why he has so much resentment for black people, because his own girl messed around with a black guy, you know, while he was with her. And now, you know, he has to live with that. This is how he copes.
I'm so fucking close to me, I feel like I need to say something. So here's the tension that you want, Dalton. Let's get into it. He's driving around Clarksville, Tennessee, which is 25% black. He is antagonizing random black folks for just existing with racial bullshit. And whenever they react, he shows them his pew-pew, because in Tennessee we have stand your ground laws. And guess what a stand your ground law does? It allows a racist, roided up freak like this to drive.
Oh, there you go. Roided up freak. He's... Was it Teotos Ghost that says, is this guy on steroids? I mean, there you go. I mean, you got a little bit of evidence there. Maybe he is on steroids, you know, that's what gives him that aggressive nature.
Around a city that is 25% black, antagonize them with racial shit, and then when they react, it gives him the right to lay them out right on the spot if they get physical with them. Because if it wasn't for a stand your ground law, he would be getting his fucking ass whipped all over Clarksville. I can promise you that.
And finally, our last category of consequences, those that affect Dalton's online reputation, the conversations he has sparked across the country.
Teotos Ghost come back. Yep, roid raging moron. Absolutely, man. And you know what? The thing is, like, it's the controversy that's going to bring the clicks that are going to get people that engage with it and stuff, and people are going to get triggered online and stuff. And whether they thumbs down the video or leave a negative comment, it's all engagement at the end. So it's like the only way to truly make these guys lose is to just completely ignore them, you know? Like, click off of their video, just don't give them any type of, like, online recognition. Unfortunately, we are doing the entire live stream about this guy to, you know, just kind of like spread some awareness, you know, but I don't think we'll really have much to talk about him after this show. It's just something that, you know, we like to expose people that are grifting, and maybe he doesn't have this actual, like, racism in his heart, but maybe he's just doing it because he knows that it will garner him some type of support, ergo money. But I don't know. I'm willing to think that he does have this hate in his heart, and it does stem from somewhere traumatic, and this is how he copes with it. He has nothing left to lose, so now he is going to just ride it until the wheels come off.
Just by posting his content. The fact that public reaction towards Dalton's videos has been mixed is both surprising and unsurprising in 2026. On one hand, Dalton is obviously intentionally attempting to disrupt racial conventions with his use of the N-word as a white man, but on the other, it is hard to imagine that this experiment would receive any significant amount of support, like it does today, 10 years ago.
I don't know who this fucking king is.
This guy, I knew he was going to come up and cross paths. This is another guy in I don't even know a white supremacist movement. This guy, I can't remember his name. I know you guys probably know who he is, but yeah, he's also, he goes on Omegle or Monkey or whatever, and he'll start, you know, rage baiting people. I remember he had the clown makeup on and stuff, and yeah, he says the N-word all the time. So yeah, it's, but he gets a lot more negative attention than anybody. But I can't remember his name.
But let me tell you, he dropped this.
One thing that I would say that got under my skin, he says chimps a lot. If you want to call us chimps, you're cavemen.
This guy's jokes.
That's funny, bro. Hey, I'm glad we got a fan in the Monkey app. That's what's up.
Nobody's going to want to work with you. No one will want to hire you. You are going to be poor and broke the rest of your life.
Nobody should employ this guy. Nobody.
See, and that's how you end up with me by force on the same side as this guy. There's this mythical, magical word, the N-word, that black people call themselves as a term of endearment, and it's A-OK. But if somebody white says it, it's illegal now?
Hey, Chud, was it worth it? Was becoming a big, fat racist on the internet worth it? Because you're not a man and you can't support your family on your own.
Should he have to deal with whatever consequences may come from it? Absolutely. Should he be arrested for it? Hell no.
Well, I mean, free speech is not being able to say speech that everyone agrees with, right? Yeah. Free speech is being able to say things that offend people.
And then he has a gun on himself. So like I said, if he starts to get his ass beat, next thing you know, we have another Kyle Rittenberg. And that dude with the freaking stupid mustache who walks around with the gun, you better watch yourself.
As part of a handful of white content creators actively ignoring a
There you go. Nick Fuentes, Lily Gaddis, and they even have Clavicular on here because I'm sure he's used the N-word as well.
long-held and deeply rooted social norm, Dalton is on the vanguard of a riveting real-world study. Can white people say the N-word and walk around in one?
Ah, this is the lady right here. This woman right here that was on the playground that called the little black kid the N-word, and she got so much money off of her Give, Send, Go campaign. It was crazy. It was just it really kind of like probably lit a light bulb in a lot of these guys' eyes. They're like, you know what? I should try that too. And this guy, he's just like, I'm just gonna go full in, make that my entire content strategy. And yeah, I mean, it's not bringing him zero. He's bringing him a little bit. So, I mean, there's people, there's a herd for every person, every crazy person out there.
One piece at the same time? So far, at least in Dalton's case, the answer appears to be yes.
Is that your hair or is that a blanket? I know y'all be stitching anything to your head.
Just like your ugly ass mustache, huh?
Type shit. Nah, time out.
Man, get those.
Shout out to Political Reset, man. This was I mean, this definitely gave you like the full picture of, you know, who he is, where he came from, how it all started, how he, you know, began with going viral and got discovered and stuff, basically on the highway, cutting off that, you know, black woman and stuff, and then just completely, you know, laying into her, and then, you know, it basically causing him problems with work. He loses his job. He ends up gets Child Protective Services called on him, gets his child taken away. And then he's just scrambling now, trying to figure out what his next move is going to be. He's going to try to start up a Rumble, which I'm pretty sure he's already in full swing right now. His campaign, let's see if he, I would actually like to look up his campaign. Chud the Builder. I think it's like Give, Send, Go. Let's see if this is still up. I'm actually kind of curious. Help Chud and his family. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so it is still up as of right now. He has now made $50,000, $50,597. He's halfway to his goal of 100K. And yeah, stay strong. Never apologize for our constitutional rights of free association and free expression. Yeah, help this man provide for his family. Of course, these people aren't going to do the research, man. They're just going to blindly donate to this guy without looking further into it. Unbelievable respect for what you're doing. Don't get too relaxed with it. Be very strategic about it. Please put this towards a Hyperline 3A vest from Safe Life Defense. I guess that's a body armor there. It's ultra thin and concealable for a night out on the town. Also, at least your center mass will be protected from concealed surprises. They will want the clout for taking you out. We need to stay in the fight. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, all the racists of the world are just gathering around this guy, and you demand everyone should be able to say the N-word. I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of wild, man. Everybody's remaining anonymous for their own purposes. Very, very smart on that part. But yeah. So he's halfway to his goal. They have not taken this down. It's crazy to see that, you know, his son is no longer a part of his whole family unit, but yeah, he's going to completely parade this around to garner sympathy. And yeah, it's kind of wild, man. Interesting. Let's keep going. I know I have more about this. Let me see. So I think actually, let's see. I think that might be it. Let me double check. Yes. So that is what I have for Chud the Builder. One of the things I want to talk about is actually pertaining to one of the recent shows of Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit had Myron and I believe Zherka. They went on back and forth, at least in terms about fitness. And they were also, I think there was another show where Clavicular was talking about, I guess, attracting women and stuff like that. And there was a big a debate that happened naturally. So yeah, the first thing we're going to watch is Myron and Zherka going back and forth about fitness and peptides, whereas, you know, Myron is about, you know, doing things naturally, you know, working within a calorie deficit and, you know, exercising and all that stuff like that. And Zherka is just like, no, take peptides and, you know, but understand that there are people that are genetically never going to reach their goal, you know? And it's better to take peptides to get to the goal, whether it's faster or not. Just make sure that, you know, you don't just try to do it natural, because it's never going to happen. So let's watch Myron and Zherka go back and forth on this debate. I believe Zherka calls Myron mentally ill, and he gets away with a lot here. So it's actually pretty cool to see. I think the way it starts off, it kind of reminds me of Myron from that last episode we talked about, where he was completely silent. He starts off silent, but he finally fights back because Zherka starts going in, calling him, like, you know, all types of names and stuff. So let's check it out.
Oh, no, I'm not Reddit. Actually, Zherka, is Reddit bad for you?
No. Oh, well, it's not FDA approved, so I don't want to recommend it to the youth.
Yeah.
But just to give it the Zherka opinion, they're saying that you could live 10 years longer if you take it because of all the health benefits. So, but we have to wait it out. We have to see maybe next year.
Yeah, I'm scared, bro. I'm too scared.
No,
bro.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'll say this. Are you more afraid of peptide or sugars from the government trying to kill you?
I just don't know what's in the bottle, so I don't want to put it in my body.
Sugar is the leading cause of cancer. So when people attack me, oh, Zherka, I'm against semaglutide and all these GLPs. Dude, you should be against sugar. It's going to kill you, your parents, your family. Sugar will murder you. Science is catching up.
Mine, is that true?
Yeah.
That's one. I think that's true.
Myron didn't even respond to Fresh. He's just going to sit here. Watch. It's going to take a couple seconds for him to really build up the basically the comeback here.
I think that's
Myron.
And you can have
It's
some
true,
in
I'll say this, Myron, if you're against peptides, you're mentally ill. You're literally mentally ill. This is the future. The future is going to be science. You think running on a treadmill, oh, it's just hard work. That's, if someone has metabolic damage, running on a treadmill does nothing. There's obese people who have horrific genetics. You have to battle genetics with science. You got to inject them.
There's no point in getting on it if you're not going to change your habits.
Look at Myron. He is completely... He still feels like defeated from the last episode. I think he's still wearing the same hoodie from last episode. And yeah, he's just not really willing to give Zherka the pushback right now. He's willing to kind of just sit back and take it, let him call him mentally ill and stuff for believing against peptides and all that stuff. So let's see if he finally fights back.
I have anything against him. I just can't.
If Myron were incarnated as a fucking obese person, he would never talk about hard work again. Bro, have you ever met someone who gains weight just looking at food?
Yes.
These people exist. They need peptides.
Zherka, he's a lifetime natty, right?
Yeah. I don't know about that. Are you on testosterone, Myron?
No,
I've never taken it.
Because you do look like you're on TRT. Are you?
No.
Say swear to God.
I've never taken it. No, never. I've never taken TRT or any. I've never even smoked weed.
That's impressive because he did get fat on purpose. Myron, I'll say this, man.
I'm not really convinced, even though, you know, I can kind of believe Myron for saying he's never smoked weed. He did touch his nose as soon as he said that. So we got to kind of observe that one more time.
That's impressive because he did get fat on purpose. Myron, I'll say this, man. When will you? Because I'm not on TRT either, right?
No.
I like a little growth hormone, but not. I take no steroids, no testosterone, none of that. But I got to say this. When you're 50, are you going to do that?
I don't know. I'm going to try not to.
No.
He's doing the comforting, scratching his, you know, his cheek and stuff like that. I mean, whenever you say something like that, you're probably lying.
Is it like, is it against your code? You're like, as a 50-year-old, you want to produce this?
Yeah, I just don't like drugs.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, that's a whole other conversation. I don't want to bore you guys with like science and shit like that.
By the way, I'm against steroids and testosterone. I think they age you, make you ugly and stupid. But I'm very pro peptides.
Well,
I am so fucking pro peptides.
I think.
Holy shit, I'm pro peptides.
I think people put too much. Look, can sugar be bad for you? Yes, but I think the more important thing to worry about is like being in a calorie deficit. And they've done studies on this. Like, if you control for calories and protein intake is the same, Like that is way more important for improving health markers than sugar intake.
That's cope. You're saying Oprah can get shredded. You're wrong.
She can.
Oprah is never going to get shredded off hard work. Myron is wrong. These guys who go live and
First of all, how old is Oprah, all right, to be having this argument? Let's just, I got to know this, just for context. Oprah, let's see how old she is. So Oprah is 72 years old, okay? We're $3.42 billion, okay, as of May 1st, 2026, okay? Apparently, yeah, at 72 years old, I don't think getting shredded at that age is necessarily really possible. I mean, not only is it not possible, I mean, it could be possible, but it's like, why should you? You know, at this point, you've already lived a full life at 72 years old. How many? I mean, honestly. And you know what? She probably has a nice little in-house chef that makes all of her food for her. She probably, you know, has a little workout plan and stuff like that. But I mean, come on. You just need to, at 72 years old, you just need to move a little bit. It's not about getting shredded. Come on now. That's not a good example that Zherka is using here. I mean, you could use anybody else. Could use Big Mo, could use Fresh as an example. Do you think Fresh could ever get shredded?
say just work out harder. Oprah working out versus Myron? It's a genetic difference. Oprah cannot have a six-pack. She needs the GLPs. Look, man, here's the truth. These guys, Myron loves to say, Myron, look at the camera and say, Oprah can get a six-pack if she buffs her ass.
Okay, look.
If you believe that, say it right now. Say Oprah can get a six-pack.
Why Oprah, though? I mean, could Fresh get a six-pack? That's what you need to say.
So
he'll never say it.
There's
no
research
human
on
will.
this. Okay, you can go ahead and look at the work of like Dr. Lane Norton and many other people.
I know Lane.
Controlling calories is by far the most important thing.
Sure.
Sugar and all the other stuff comes after the
Can
fact.
Oprah get shredded then? If
Yes,
it's
she
all
can.
about
Yes.
you think Oprah can get shredded on a calorie deficit?
Yes.
If she went to the gym.
A genetic obese Oprah can get shredded, you're saying.
If she went to the gym,
you're cool.
controlled her calories, had a high protein intake,
dude, stop,
and stayed diligent,
average,
she could lose weight.
Hold on. If that's true, then Fresh will get shredded right now.
Nigga, I'm getting shredded right now.
No, I'm talking about Blitz shredded 8-pack.
Bro.
Do you know?
Well, see, but Fresh still eats like crap. He still eats at McDonald's and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, it's not. You can do all the working out in the world, but if your diet is still crap, it's not. You basically are just evening yourself out. So this whole workout journey for like 3 years, and he still has that same 30 pounds that he's basically trying to, work off. It's not. It's nothing anything drastic, so I definitely don't think you have to have the mindset and the lifestyle. It's not just do it for a little while, show yourself curling for about 5 minutes in a reel, and then that's all you're gonna do, because basically you're just there for the photo op. You got your dog there with you. You're not really taking it too serious. I don't think that Fresh could ever get a six-pack for all of this. Coke Benny came back. He says, I'm back. What's the context here? Well, this was basically, I came across this, that Zherka and Myron had a disagreement about GLP-1s and, peptides and all that stuff. And Zherka has presented the argument that Oprah Winfrey, who is 72 years old, could never get shredded no matter what she does, whatever. She would have to take peptides in order to do that. She would never be able to achieve a six-pack naturally. Whereas Myron's point is that if she were to focus on her fitness and, eat in a calorie deficit and stuff, she can absolutely drop down the weight and get into like a healthy state and stuff. But at 72 years old, it's going to be very difficult. I think I just don't think that's a bad example, a bad person to really use. A better person to look at will probably be like Big Mo. Do you think Big Mo could ever get shredded? Or could Fresh ever get shredded?
Asking the human body to do something it cannot. Oprah cannot get shredded if she follows Myron's diet plan. It will never happen. It's cope.
This is
You guys are retarded. You guys are so stupid.
Zherka, 10K steps every day.
So now Not only is Myron mentally ill, he is also retarded.
Okay, Steps is gonna get Oprah a six-pack.
Calorie deficit.
Stop it.
And not eating. No,
stop.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You want me to destroy these boys?
Like Fresh knows anything about a calorie deficit, man. He's just repeating the words of Myron. That's it.
Ready?
Pause.
Serena Williams couldn't get shredded. She's a pro athlete, you fucking retards. Serena Williams couldn't get shredded. She needed the GLP. She needed the GLP. She went live and said she needed the GLP to get lean. She's a pro athlete. You're not a pro athlete.
You know what?
You guys are fucking retarded.
Hold on, you know why? She's
It's
getting paid,
over.
bro.
I'm not here to
get paid.
No, but check this out.
I mean, this is crazy. I mean, Myron would never take this from any female, but because Zherka is a man and he is their friend, whatever, he's just letting it go. And it's making him look crazy right now.
Saying that Myron and Oprah have the capacity to get shredded.
Nobody said that.
Imagine if Clav was here hearing this. Clav would just say straight up, Oprah doesn't have the genetics. She doesn't have the metabolism to get shredded. It's fucking impossible. You guys are retarded. Like, holy, you guys are so retarded. You guys are.
I mean, how long are you going to let the disrespect go on here, man? This is insane.
This is like
You're just wrong, bro.
This is
Like,
the
I'm
most
sorry.
retarded take. Oprah can have a six-pack if she goes on a ketogenic diet.
Zherka,
This
I'm
is
gonna
the
be very
dumbest
blunt
shit
here.
ever, bro.
I'm gonna just be blunt. This is why I don't want to get into this conversation. You're just fucking wrong, and the research proves that you're wrong.
Really?
Like, yes.
You've seen an obese person get shredded?
Dude.
There's many cases.
Dude, like controlling calories, keeping your protein intake high, okay, training consistently, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, all of these factors are extremely significant to controlling your body composition.
Then why doesn't the average guy get shredded?
With that said,
It's
right?
Shut up.
Can you take drugs to accelerate the process and or get better results, maybe faster?
Yeah.
Sure, but that does not change the fact that you need a foundational principle of habits that will allow you to lose weight, and controlling calories is by far the most significant factor when it comes to body composition improvement. Controlling calories. The reason why people like Oprah and them don't lose weight is because they don't control their calories. They don't measure all their calories.
The second they get off of it, they gain it back.
People, no one wants to walk around with MyFitnessPal, weigh out their food, and make sure they know exactly what they're taking in.
It's all about how you're eating and what you're eating.
If you actually track your calories,
No, that's not
if you
true.
put yourself in a slight deficit,
this is mental
and you
illness.
train with weights and you do everything correctly, that will take care of 80% of the problem.
Peptides are not about getting to your goal faster. It's about getting to the goal. Oprah will never look like Myron.
I never said peptides don't work.
You want me to take it further? No. Even with peptides, Oprah still will not look like
but you
Myron.
still have to work
That's
out.
the genetic pill. That is the genetic pill.
It's not a magic.
Coke Benny, absolutely. Where's Myron? Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Like, no, he will never have that energy for a man. Not unless, that they're even friends, whatever. The fact that, Zherka is like one of their friends, whatever, he's going to be loyal to him and stuff. So, of course, he's never going to bring that type of energy. But if it was a woman bringing this exact argument, dude, her mic would have been cut. She would have been kicked out. He would have told her all types of crazy shit, whatever. But he just doesn't have that same energy for men. We've already seen this.
Pill, you take it and you work out. That's what he's trying to say.
I'll ask you this. All right, Myron, do you believe in obese people?
Zherka, with all due respect, bro, with all due respect, look, it's very simple. You can look up the work of Brad Schoenfeld, Lane Norton, Dr. Eric Helms.
Lane Norton got Oprah
all
shredded?
Of these guys.
What?
Come on, bro.
Why does Oprah matter right now?
Look at
Why are we talking about
Go to
Oprah?
my biggest.
Zherka, come
no,
on,
check
man.
this out. Yo, go to My Biggest Fat Loser, the obese show.
But we're not
and show
on
me
that
one of
topic
those
right
fat
now.
fucks ever getting shredded. It's
Zherka,
impossible.
Yo, you've never
They lose weight. They don't get shredded.
Zherka, that's an
Get the
anomaly.
fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, this is probably the worst argumentation we've ever heard from Zherka. I mean, Zherka, he rarely has like any like W points and stuff. A lot of his stuff is mainly just coked out rage, and most of it's irrelevant, irreverent, if you will. And but this one is a whole new low, dude. It's like you're comparing things that don't need to be compared. Oprah Winfrey, who is a 72-year-old woman, and Myron, who is a 35-year-old incel. It's just like one has more motivation to kind of, work out, whereas the other one is just kind of, can really sit back and coast for the rest of their life,
I mean, you look at the people I just cited. Brad Schoenfeld is the #1 when it comes to hypertrophy in the world. Lane Norton is a world-renowned scientist as well.
Bro.
So is Eric Helms. These guys are...
Coke Beatty came back and says, by the way, are Myron and Sneeko still talking? That's a good question, man. I mean, I know Sneeko, he has been on his Filipino tour, going around the Philippines. I think he started out in Malaysia, Indonesia, and now he's in the Philippines and stuff. I'm guessing so. I think Myron's probably the last one left out of the entire red pill space that he still talks to. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything with them talking together or whatever. But I'm pretty sure, when they get back, whenever, he gets back to the States and stuff, I'm sure they'll probably link back up again. And, like time never stopped.
Really good at what they do.
From 3D Muscle Journey,
And
Eric Helms. Eric Helms will sit here and say an obese person will never win a bodybuilding show. They don't have the genetics. Eric Helms, Alberto Nunez. No, check this out. Eric Helms, Alberto Nunez, Lane Norton.
Zherka.
All of them would disagree with Myron. They would all disagree.
Zherka. Dude, we're not talking about bodybuilding. We're talking about...
No, you said shredded. Get Oprah shredded. That's a bodybuilding show.
Hold on. Improving body composition, right, and getting lean.
No, I know she can lose weight, Myron. I know she can lose weight. I'm saying she will never. I'm saying she'll never hit her goal.
It's as simple as she will.
If her goal was to be a fitness model, she will never hit it without peptides.
72 years old. I think it's just not. It's not even in the mindset of a person to be a fitness model, especially when you don't need to be, she's already built up her platform. She has all this notoriety and stuff. And it's like, she's lived a full life, man. There's no reason to go that hard at that age.
Maybe she is what she wants to look like.
It's like saying Clav hits his... No. It's like this. It's like this. No, check this out. It's like saying Clav would hit his fitness goals without peptides. You're an idiot.
It's the mindset.
But you're an idiot.
It's the mindset. It's the mindset.
It's like Clav proved this already.
He's not fit.
Maybe Zherka still has like a little bit of animosity towards Fresh because he now sees this as an opportunity to call him an idiot. It's like, because I remember when they were beefing. They were beefing for about 3 or 4 days on X and stuff, going back and forth. And remember, I had the whole thing on live stream, dude. He was talking about he was going to end Fresh. And I guess they squashed that. But I think he still harbors a little bit of resentment towards him.
Hold on. If you're arguing lifestyle and they don't make the changes, of course they won't make it. But the right mindset,
Oprah will never look like Myron, period.
All right, bro.
Stop the coke. Stop the coke.
That's not what we're arguing.
Stop the coke.
She's a woman. She has no level of testosterone.
Exactly. She's a woman. Look, now he's going back to genetics. That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying. She doesn't have the genetics to look good.
Right,
Oprah does not have the genetics to get shredded.
Yeah, but I have seen crazy transformations of people that are like...
People are like, fucking moron. Castle Zherka. The whole chat is turned on Zherka at this point.
Very heavy and have like gotten very shredded over a very long period of time. But
it takes time.
It's just calorie deficit and weightlifting.
Everyone knows you can lose weight as a fat bitch. We see it all the time.
That's what we're arguing, bro.
No, I'm arguing.
You literally can. It is possible.
My argument is, I asked you in the start of the show, I didn't say, can Oprah lose 20 pounds? I said, can she get shredded? You said
shredded
yes.
is relative.
You said,
like, that's
everyone
relative.
knows what shredded means. What
no, because shredded for a woman is typically 10% higher than that of a man. Like, men and women hold fat differently, and what's shredded for a woman might be, they're not the same. So
can Oprah reach 12% body fat or even 13, 14?
Why does it matter what Oprah
She
can
cannot.
reach?
She literally cannot. They have to change the argument.
No, but you can't
fight science. Oprah should be here at this point.
Science is science.
This is Coke is bad. Kick Coke. Castle Coke fiend.
Rage baiting. This is not rage baiting.
I just literally listed a bunch of scientists that talk about this stuff, like world renowned in this topic. And
no, Eric Helms has said
research.
Eric Helms has said many people get peeled. They look like trash. They don't look shredded. They look like soggy pieces of shit on
That's
stage.
because they go on a deficit that is way, way, way too low, and they don't eat protein.
That's not true. It's because
maybe that's because they shoot themselves.
No, it's because they're genetic.
I got an idea.
Genetic trash.
I got an idea. How about you train her yourself?
Who?
Yes.
Train Oprah?
You will train Oprah.
Myron said he can get her shredded with an 8-pack. He should do it.
I never said that.
No, he said you can get Oprah
say that
shredded.
one time.
You can get Oprah
I don't know
shredded.
what world you're in.
You're
What
not
is
getting
this
an obese
conversation?
person shredded.
Bro.
There's different genetics.
Nigga,
There's
I know
different.
bro.
Why are we arguing about
Respectfully,
Oprah?
can we get to the next
Because
topic?
the hope pill is so cringe.
Like, I don't know why Oprah's
telling
been
a
the topic of
500-pound
conversation
person
right
they can get
now.
shredded is the cringiest thing you could do on the
Okay,
internet.
let it be
conversation
cringe.
started-
Next.
It's not fun with
The
the
conversation started
right?
because you had mentioned sugar, and I said, look, sugar
said
is going to
shredded.
be bad for you. But what I said was what's more important is...
Yeah, now the Rumble rants are coming in. Castle Zherka. Cook Meeting came back and says, why am I bad? Question mark. I don't know. I didn't. Why would you think that you're bad, man? Why am I bad? I don't know. I don't think you're bad. Did you say something that got censored in the chat or something? I don't know.
Lifestyle, controlling calories.
And
That's
then he brought Oprah.
significantly more important than sugar. That's what I was arguing.
Yeah, so you're not
And then he
saying
brought up
so
Oprah.
just for the record, Myron's saying Oprah cannot get shredded, right? You're saying she cannot.
Why does it matter what Oprah can do?
Pill is
Because I'm trying to tell people this is what
But
peptides
that's
are
not what
here
he's
for.
trying to
This
talk
is what
to you
peptides are
about.
here
Yo,
for.
I got a bodybuilder.
Oh, Coke Benny says you said Coke is bad. No. I was reading the Rumble chat. Basically, they're saying, "Yeah, you're funny." That was funny. That's funny. We got to give him for that one. That was good. No, the Cokehead Crusader, Cocaine Crusader is bad. Coke is bad for you. You're not bad, Coke Benny. You're fine, sir. That's funny.
That's a question.
Yes, hit us.
So the argument is he's saying Oprah can't lose enough weight to get.
Can she get an 8-pack? Can Oprah have an 8-pack? Because Myron says if she works hard enough, genetically she'll get there.
He literally didn't say that one time.
What the fuck am I arguing then?
I think you're talking to yourself in your head.
In a calorie deficit and you work out, any human being,
Thank you.
human being can lean out.
Let me respond.
Without taking peptides, right?
Look how she
Thank
changed.
you.
Chat.
Thank you.
Look how she changed the words and
She
said,
didn't change
You can
anything.
lean out. I'm saying, can you get peeled like a bodybuilder,
Yes,
shredded?
she said with a
if you're
calorie
Oprah?
deficit.
Shredded
If
on
you're-
gear or like just
See, she's changing it. Now there's gear. I'm saying
because you're asking the right question.
Look at this. It's very simple. Can Oprah, through hard work, have a 6-pack?
She doesn't even look bad.
That's the dumbest one. Put her on camera. That's the dumbest woman in the universe. That is the
Bro, you're
dumbest
talking
woman
about
in the
Oprah
universe.
for like
That is
30
the
minutes.
dumbest
Look up.
woman in the universe.
Look at you, bro.
It's science. If you
that is-
take away food, your body is going to get smaller.
You know, I could just pull up on YouTube obese transformations, and you can
Okay.
see
This is
where
ridiculous.
where they go.
Okay, so what do you think happens?
Pull up
Absolutely diabolical.
go on YouTube.
Myron
search-
looks so defeated right here. He's just like, dude, I'm just gonna let this go. I'm done. The fight in me is gone, and I'm just gonna sit here and just wait it out, man. He has no fight left in him.
Search up obese transformations. You're not going to see shredded. They lose some weight.
No, to an extent, yes, I will. It is definitely possible.
Get the fuck out. You guys are
Cook Manny came back and says, I don't know why he's turning to the chat when the chat is on his side right now. No, it's true. It's like he doesn't. Zherka has zero awareness. He has absolutely no awareness of how he appears right now, and how, you know, people that are tuning into this show that support Fresh and Myron, he's called them retards. He's called Myron mentally ill. He's called them fucking idiots. And it's just like, yeah, you're gonna get the entire chat to turn against you, man. It's just, I mean, look, you got some people that are saying W Zherka, but there's a lot of people saying, bro, Zherka has the worst takes. I mean, come on now.
I don't make money from peptides. I'm pro-science.
All right.
I'm not against science.
We're
I'm
all
pro-science.
retards because you want to admit that
You're down the
Oprah
wrong
can't
hill, bro.
get shredded.
No,
Dude,
we're good.
do you know what shredded means?
Keep moving,
Yeah, I
please.
know what shredded
Shredded
means.
for a woman is
Zherka.
like 12% body
Zherka.
fat.
Okay,
Oprah
why
will
does it
never
matter
be
what
12.
Oprah does?
You're wrong.
Oprah's
You're
on
wrong,
the
bro. You're wrong.
stream.
Let's move on.
And you know why it's crazy? Because Clav proved that he couldn't even do it.
He just didn't want to go to the
He
gym.
didn't want to go to the gym, bro.
No, hold on.
He didn't want to go to the gym, bro. He said it. He said, fuck the
If
gym.
you are
Clav
20
couldn't
years
even
old-
get shredded. No, listen.
goes to the gym.
Clav couldn't get shredded. He needed to add steroids, meth. He needed.
Yeah,
all
he
of
didn't
that.
need to.
You're
He
saying
wanted to.
you're saying Clav
difference.
could.
And you
You're
think
saying
that's okay?
Clav could barely do it, but Oprah can do it.
And you
You're
think,
fucking retarded.
and you think that's fine?
You guys are retarded, bro.
I think that's I think it's retarded for a man. to do
Henny
that.
Code Z says, finally, W. Chris for not bringing burnt animals. Anyway, ratings from these weasels from Shelton. Fuck you, nigga.
Now, all right. So that was one disagreement. Now let's watch this one where Clav gets. I guess the title of this is Clavicular destroyed Myron on Fresh and Fit podcast. It gets heated very fast. This is by Ronnie Beatty Jr. Apparently they go back and forth. I have not seen this all the way, so this is going to be a fresh take here.
As we've seen on the table here, they don't want to necessarily build you. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we don't need the same emotional stimuli to feel attached to you. We don't need to be in love with you.
Well, Myron, not everything has to be like a psychological like game or like a framework you're trying to build. I think you could actually like transcend all of that and, you know, girls knowing their placement if two people are like actually physically attracted to each other. So that's kind of the only way to transcend that. These relationships that are based off of status maxers or money maxers, yeah, you're gonna have to maintain frame and know all this game. But if your attraction is based on looks, you don't need this, right? This is not advice that actually matters.
And a genuine connection, you know.
But don't looks fade over time? And I mean, after the initial attraction is kind of like it runs its course, you gotta have to fall back on like your personality, your temperament, the reason why people want to be around you and stuff. If they're dating you and stuff, it's like they want to know like what you're all about. Like it's like I know women, they look at men, you know, initially, and yeah, if they are attractive and stuff, yes, that does open the door. But it's like you got to do so much more in order to keep their attention. And if you're just like, well, the only thing that matters is, you know, my looks, and, you know, men basically doing this like role reversal where like they're trying to be the pretty ones and the women basically have to bide for their attention. It's kind of, it's very backwards to me.
And there you have it. I know y'all seen the title, man. Welcome back to the show, man. I thought I was never going to see the day. But today is that day. Now, y'all know Myron. I rock with Myron, but man, he's about...
Sorry for you, man.
75% right on relationships things, probably 100% on political things, man. But that 20...
What? 70% right on relationship things and 100% right on political things? Oh man, I don't know about that, man. That's very generous.
5% gap, man. When it gets exposed and brought to his attention, he's incredibly in denial and cannot admit that he might be wrong about this situation. Now, in this video, I'm gonna go over and explain what they're talking about and why Myron is wrong. And this is crazy when you let a guy like Clavicular, who is basically an immature, rich kid who, you know, the pretty boy thing and goes around just calling people this and that.
Basically, Clavicular is backed by Peter Thiel, and yeah, I mean, he that's how he was able to get pushed in the algorithm and basically be on everybody's feed and stuff.
At getting choked out on stream and having seizures and overdosing and all that. And recently, I think a video just came out on how he got exposed by paying his way to basically become famous. He just spent a whole lot of money, and that basically made him famous. People don't even know why he's famous. People like, why? How in the hell did he? I might link the video in here, but y'all should check out that video. Literally pay to play, spent all this money to boost his name up in the algorithm, get everybody start thinking he's somebody, and nobody knows what he is. And it's just, hey, pretty butt. But this is what happens when you invite these people on. So let's get into this video. Now, I'm gonna give it to y'all from the top so y'all kind of see, you know, where this conversation started. It's a couple more things in here, but we'll get to that.
Myron,
yes.
You say 2 or 3 girlfriends, but do you really
Hell
feel
no.
like
That's
if you
not
were
Lily.
truly
Why the
in
fuck
love,
is she talking?
you would still want that?
Yeah, for real. Why are you
truly
talking?
in love.
Yeah, coked out Zherka is back in full effect. He was talking crazy this whole podcast, talking about he makes millions of dollars and all this stuff. He most certainly does.
And, you know, I think Zherka is really banking on the fact that we need to forget that him and HS Tiki Taki got into that little scuffle and he got completely laid out. And it was a nice little fraud check for him. You know, he was this big tough guy with like the bouncer background and stuff. You know, he used to like knock people out and everything, and he came up and then showed up with the fingerless gloves and just got completely laid out in front of his entire stream. And now he laid low for a little while, came back, and he's just hoping to God that we forgot, but we didn't forget.
That's not. That is straight cat, boy. Cat. Women on the pod, they talking about they make 300,000. Man, these folks got to get on here and lie to y'all, bro. They cannot tell you the truth, because then who would listen to them, man? But let's go.
So here's the thing. I've realized, you know, in the most I was juggling 3 at one time. I noticed that when you have multiple women, the girls that you're with treat you better because they understand their spot's not secure.
But your love, like if you truly love a woman, don't you feel like you would only be with her?
I don't think men should ever fall in love with women. I think men should have love for women. I'll explain why. When you fall.
And before he even gets into that, this is that BS that I be talking about. Remember?
I think we kind of already know the history that Myron did not get his first actual girlfriend until 33 or 34 years old, who was Angie. And before that, he never really had anything. He said he was juggling 3 girls at one time. Now, if we're talking about escorts, if we're talking about girls that are drunk from the podcast and stuff, you know, you can't really count that because these girls are just clout chasing, trying to get their OF popping and stuff, and the only way they can do that is to get on your podcast and then also have their links in your video description. So yeah, it's like an even exchange thing, but of course, you know, you're going to be feeding them alcohol and stuff, and you know, getting in there where you slide in and stuff. And I mean, I don't know, I don't think it would. I think this is all a farce, you know. Like, I don't think Myron has it in him to have more than one woman. He was exposed on the documentary saying that yeah, he would like to have more than one girl, but as of right now, he's too focused on his work. So which one is it, Myron?
That 25% I said with Myron, this is where it comes into effect, right? He says you should never fall in love. You should just have love for a woman, right? And this is where this is the disconnect, that bridge that he just hasn't crossed yet, and he doesn't understand, man. He doesn't know this, and no fault to him, man. It's just something he got to experience, because with that last girl, Angie, if I was there, I would ask him, man, were you in love with Angie, or did you just have love for Angie? You know,
that was an arrangement. I mean, that's one of those things that like, I just need her to be my on-screen girlfriend so people will stop accusing me of being gay. I mean, that's literally what it is, man.
I guaranteed you that would change his whole perspective. He probably wouldn't even answer that question. So you gonna tell me my girl's better than you and all this? She gets all this, I'm paying all this, but I'm not.
Plenty of shows, plenty of video evidence out there of him really bigging up Angie, saying that, you know, she's prettier than all these other girls, no offense, and also that she packs for his condoms and she does everything he says. He puts her up in a nice little house. She has a nice, easy life and stuff. And yes, he gives her a credit card and she just has a very easy life. She also assists him in running his real estate properties, collecting rents and stuff, but also, you know, in her free time, she stitches together a Klan uniform for him to wear on the debrief. So it's just like, she's like the perfect red pill girlfriend, when really she wasn't really down for the type of relationship because she felt like she was wasting her time.
In love with her, bro. I just have love for her, bro. This is a hurt perspective, bro. When you start talking like this, because we see what we see is not matching up with your actions, you know. And then he's saying I'm juggling 2 or 3 girls so each of them know that they're placed and that I can have access to other ones, so they all gonna act right. Think about the scenario in that.
I mean, having relations with like an escort or like a OnlyFans chick or something like that, and then it's not a real relationship. It's not something that we can actually like confirm either. It's just talk, you know. It's just talk to really feed the supporters and, you know, people that still believe that Myron is willing to put himself out there like that. I don't think not at all. I mean, he just doesn't have that type of pedigree. The way that he talks, the way that he's completely stuck inside, has no social life and stuff, would rather just focus on rage baiting people all the time. He wouldn't have time for one relationship, let alone 3 girls at once. That's just, come on now. We're moving into fresh sleeping with 1,000 women. Like, it just doesn't compute.
If you got 3 girls, you think you got 3 women because if you was broke? No, you got 3 women because you got money. And at the same time, they know they're replaceable. So more than likely, the only reason they're even doing and acting a certain way, you know, obeying you is because you got money and they don't want to work hard. You see what I'm saying? You got to be a successful person to have 3 women, I would assume. But you just talking like it's an average Joe out here. He got 3 women and all 3 women going to act good because they know they're replaceable. But if the man got nothing to offer the women, then what are we talking about?
Yeah, Myron doesn't have the receipts to back up any of this stuff either.
None of them are going to stick around. So this is a pay-to-play game again. You see what I'm saying? I got 3 girls I'm juggling. Why? Because you had money, because you had status, right? So that's just a contradiction right there. It really don't.
And it's also something that we can't validate. We can't really check that. So it's just him talking. You know, and people that aren't smart enough to do the homework and see the history and know that the real situation is that Myron he was not good with girls for the longest time. He wasn't good with, he still isn't good with women. You know? There is a small percentage of girls that, you know, want to get a little bit of clout and are willing to say whatever it takes, whatever, on the podcast. But in reality, no, it's not anything real or tangible. You know, if anything, it's just an even exchange kind of thing.
No sense.
In love, you start letting your emotions dictate your actions.
Yeah,
that's a woman's job to fall in love. All right, we have love for you and take care of you, but if we're in love with you, we do dumb shit.
Isn't that part of the life experience to experience love? Like, wouldn't you be like not allowing yourself to enjoy something that's like such a beautiful part of the human experience?
Women need that emotional stimuli. Men do not need that same level of emotional stimuli.
That is a lie. Complete lie.
Yeah, Myron, he gets a lot more emotional stimuli with his rowing mates. You know, that's the only time we've really seen Myron truly happy, you know, smiling when he's embraced with Eric, you know, like that was his #1 solid relationship through college. And it hasn't been the same since, man. Everything's just been an act.
Come on. Who don't need that emotional love from their mother? That emotional love from come on. See what I'm saying? Who don't need that? Why would you say that? Even though emotional love don't always have to be a sexual connection. This can be just having a nurturing spirit, dog. And this is what happens when you don't have this in your life.
I mean, Myron doesn't think women have any other purpose other than sex and sandwiches and silence. You know, it's pretty black and white with Myron. And, you know, he holds them in a certain regard that, yeah, they're not there's no use for them. You know, they're just going to suck all your resources out of you. And it's better just to, you know, use them like what was the word, like the dude wipes, and dispose of them, you know.
Well, you never experienced it. You like, oh well, no woman has ever loved me. I don't need that. You know what I mean? So you can't share that with another woman. This is complete wrong, and that's why you got to watch folks on these podcasts and these real people. You got to get to somebody normal like me. You got to get to somebody normal that can see through the BS, man, and can dissect this, because yes, they get the shock value, but they not talking no real value, man. And you will mess up listening to this 100%.
Yeah, young guys that have no father figure in their life or no bigger brother in their life and stuff, and they're just turning to, you know, Myron and Fresh and stuff and following on every word. They think that this is the reality and stuff. You have to be this way, and you have to, you know, just kind of treat women like crap, and just, you know, they're gonna flock to you because, yeah, it's like you're gonna stand out from them. You're not gonna be simping and stuff. You're just gonna be, you know, this alpha bro, and yeah, it's like they're gonna respect you because, you know, they have no choice. And it's like, dude, no, you're gonna turn every guy that follows you into an incel. You know, you're just creating this whole incel army.
Big fan of Myron. I'm telling you, a big fan of him. I'm gonna put him on my creative player wall. Big fan of him, but when he's wrong, he's wrong.
That's crazy, man. I mean, but at least he is seeing through the BS. Even though he's a fan of Myron, which we got to kind of deduct points for, at least he's seeing through, you know, that he's not always right, that he actually has bad takes. And a lot of this stuff is not really data driven. It's just kind of anecdotal for him. And he's just basically speaking from his lack of experience.
Wrong, but when he's right, I'm with
relationship. You guys need that to be attached to.
A lot of motivation, a lot of innovation comes from that feeling. Even
look, Clav, he's not having it. He's like, bro, and this shocks me because he's younger. He's younger, but you know the difference between Clavicular and Myron. Clavicular's better with the women. The women just want, you know what I mean? He's better.
know, I mean, honestly, the women that are on his stream are just trying to get clout because he is so popular. So yes, they do want to be like around him, whatever, so that they can be in the section, so they can reap all the benefits and stuff. And then also maybe, you know, get their own websites popping and stuff because they're being featured on his stream.
With the women, he can pull them off. He can get them. Myron, on the other hand, he can't without status and money, and he can't get the girls like that. You see what I'm saying? He don't really have that game like that.
We've seen Myron's interrogator game. It's actually pretty sad. And Sneeko was actually the one to expose that on his stream when they did the whole E-date thing with him, Fresh, and Myron. And both of them crashed and burned. And it's just funny because like these guys have courses on how to DM girls on demand and how to get them to, you know, how to take their soul and all this stuff. And it's just like, man, it's like you guys look into it, you see that these guys are frauds. They have absolutely no idea what they're talking about.
If it ends up hurting you, like
Bro,
for example,
Come on, man. To be honest with you, I don't think women really build. I think they move in. So women want the finished product, as we've seen on the table here. They don't want to necessarily build with you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
hoes want finished product.
Yeah,
thoughts want finished products.
But Myron does. He says all women basically are gold diggers. Some are just better at hiding the shovel. I do agree that women definitely will choose the best man that is in their proximity. But I do think that women will also see the potential in men that are on the rise and have the drive to work out of their situation and level up. I think a woman will definitely give that chance. But, you know, if you're in Miami, you're surrounded by a bunch of clout-chasing OnlyFans girls, sure, they're going to want to be with the man that's already set that can meet them at their level.
Ladies and women understand when they love you for you, listen, they will try to build you up. This is not all women. So remember that.
We don't need the same emotional stimuli to feel attached to you. We don't need to be in love with you.
Well, Myron, not everything has to be like a psychological like game or like a framework you're trying to build. I think you could actually like transcend all of that and, you know, girls knowing their placement. If two people are like actually physically attracted to each other. So that's kind of the only way to transcend that. These relationships that are based off of status maxers or money maxers, yeah, you're going to have to maintain frame and know all this game. But if your attraction is based on looks, you don't need this, right? This is not advice that actually matters.
And a genuine connection, you know, it's different.
That's only something that you can...
Look, he don't know. Like, hold on, bro. Hold on. Walter's like, hold on, bro. You're not supposed to say that to us. This is our show. Like, hold on. You're not supposed to go against us and prove us wrong on our own show. Yes, I love it.
I mean, Fresh obviously can't use the same game that Clavicular's saying. He's like, wait a minute. I have to money max. I have to status max. I have to fraud and do all this stuff to get people to even pay attention to me. I got to have the pop in Instagram. I got to have, you know, the friends with connections and stuff so I can look like I have high status and stuff. But at the end of the day, I got to pay for it.
Love it.
Yeah, a genuine connection can only be formed, and a good monogamous relationship and true love can only come from looks and attraction. It'll never come from these relationships.
Now, he is wrong about that, because you cannot be attracted to somebody at first and then the love that they have for you, you will be able to bypass the looks and attraction. Now, I mean, if she making it, hey, she treating you right down there, she treating your little man, you know what I mean, your little man right down there and doing crazy with, hey, listen, you'll overlook some things, because I've seen some things. I've seen some people with some hippos, but I've seen some hippos. You know what I mean? And these folks skin like, hey, they look overlooking that. If she got the money and she going crazy and throwing height, hey, listen, telling you.
We're billionaires or getting a bunch of hot girls around. It just doesn't work.
Right? I agree with that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you have money, you have status, the moment you lose that, that's when they leave. You know, they won't stick around because they're just going to be on to the next one. But, you know, if you build attraction and you know, do the legwork in terms of building a relationship, showing that you are a loyal person, a solid person, a person of good character, moral character, sure, that's going to set you apart from all the other fuck boys out there that are just trying to hit it and quit it.
No, that is so wrong. Clap. No, Clap, because look what you're saying, Clap. You're saying if you get trapped
And earlier, Clav was the only one talking about family, kids, and legacy. Zherka, coke addict, single, loves teenagers, whatever. Walter pays for the.
He does like teenagers, but he also likes them younger than that too.
P almost get pregnant trapped by an Asian lady and all this. We know Myron, he did the same thing. He don't have no wife, no kids, almost pushing 35, 40. Like I said, respect these guys, love them, but they are very entertaining. But in real life, when we hold a magnifying glass to your real life, we start seeing.
Yeah, the results aren't there. You know, like you guys can talk all this talk in terms of trying to lead men and everything, but when your results aren't anything to follow or anything to aspire to, then it all falls apart.
Exposing a lot of the things that y'all actually need work on. And if y'all, this is what really matters. Like I said, until these people have kids and you see their offspring and their structure and their family and then listen to their opinion, it will change. This is that single, I'm getting money, I'm in Miami, I'm out here living life every night. This is how this is why they think like that. They're not in the real world. They're in one of the best places on earth. Women, money, liquor, fast life, beautiful scene, beach. That ain't everybody's reality. You think folks in Kentucky watching this shit, you think this shit gonna really apply to them? Knock it off, bro. Y'all gonna really get yourself hurt listening to stuff like this, bro. All the time and really believing it should be. Take it as entertainment. That's all it is. There will be rights and there will be wrongs, but for the most part, oh man, when it comes to your relationship and all that, man, you gotta understand, listen to it, unlearn, relearn, take what you can and throw away the rest.
That's literally what I've been saying this whole time. It's like, if you guys operate in the real world and you see that, you know, all of this stuff that they're saying is really kind of contingent on the area of where they are practicing what they're preaching. It's like, yeah, when you're surrounded by a bunch of, you know, girls that are clout chasing, that are, you know, that have OnlyFans and are just, you know, looking for a sugar daddy and stuff, and that's pretty much like 90% of the population in Miami. It's like, yeah, it's like you're going to have this mindset that women are disposable, relationships aren't worth it, and just get a bunch of different girls, whatever, so you can feel fulfilled. But really, at the end of it, man, it's like you're going to run out of time. You're not going to be as attractive, you know, as when you were in your prime and stuff like that, that you wasted all of this time not working on, you know, a relationship, and you're just, you know, focusing squarely on your work and viewing women as disposable. So yeah, you're not really seeding anything for a legacy. You know, you're just like, when you're gone and you're dead and gone, that's it. Like, that's the end of your bloodline, and you know, your time on this earth was brief, and you know, yeah, maybe you made a couple waves and stuff, but you didn't, and maybe you had a little bit of impact, but there's still going to be a lot of people that aren't going to have any idea who you are, and your bloodline will end with you, and maybe that's better. Maybe that's better for the world.
Prison cell with a bitch for 40 years.
If you love her,
can you fall in love with her if you get trapped with a woman for 40 years in a prison cell?
He's with someone that he loves.
The percentage of falling in love.
So y'all making me like Clavicular now, man. Y'all making me like this guy.
Goes so high, dude. You have no idea.
But it becomes higher because you get to know them.
Yo, Myron, I'll say this. Myron, have you ever seen a gold digger with an old man, but eventually Donald Trump? They're in love.
All right, let me be
Donald Trump and Melania.
Let me be explicitly clear about this. What I'm saying is, as a man, you need to have the capability of having multiple women. Whether you choose to exercise that or not, is not really relevant. But what I am saying is, if you have 2 to 3 girlfriends, by action, she's going to see every day, damn, this dude has other girls. I need to be up on my game. Now, whether you demonstrate that overtly with having other women or you demonstrate it covertly with other women looking at you, you still need to have the capability of getting other women. That's what I'm saying.
But what if it was the other way around with women?
It's so easy.
Say that again?
Like, what if it was the other way around? Like, you're saying that men are like, should be okay to like have other women present, whether they want.
Zherka's a fiend.
To like proceed doing something with them or not, but if
look at him.
What if it was the other way around, where like males were texting the female and like they were like available?
Because women get attention simply for existing. Like, it's not a challenge for women to attract men.
You're right.
But it is a challenge for men to attract women. And here's another big thing. We don't care if other men want you. You care if other women want us.
So, if a guy is secure, he's not going to care because he knows who he has. So the other men shouldn't bother him if other men are going at the female.
You're proving my point.
Yes, but I'm saying also, why are men so insecure with their female that they need to make sure they have other women in the back?
because that's the way you guys are wired, unfortunately.
No,
But
Really?
that deletes intimacy.
It's not insecurity. I mean, it's just like once you
Like
reach
what?
a level of success.
Okay, are you aware of the
Because
fact?
he
hold on,
just said
ladies,
that he's
ladies,
with
look,
somebody.
look,
He wouldn't
look.
be with another girl after.
That's what happened when he start getting frustrated. He start getting that when he get like this, instead of just
He started to get pushed back, you know. And the thing is, like, he wants all of these. Myron wants all of the guests that he brings on to kind of like reinforce his ideas and stuff like that, and kind of like give him like a little bit of agreements and stuff. And when they start pushing back, it's just like now he has to think of how to reiterate to kind of get everybody back on his side. And it's it's not something that he really wants. He doesn't even like putting any effort into these after-hour shows. But when these guys come on and they buck up against his ideals, it's like, God damn it, let's fucking do it.
being reasonable, understanding, and agree to disagree. It's like, I can't be wrong. I have to prove myself correct. And listen.
Because he likes her.
No, but
so.
he's saying that you need to have the option available, which I do, but I'm
Right,
simply
but you don't
choosing
want to choose
monogamy.
that. That's what I'm saying.
And
Yeah, the fact that like as long as you have it and
like,
you choose,
she knows that
that's what it is.
Every day, you know, girls coming up to me.
Men
and all
needs to have the
this shit,
capability
like,
of doing it. Is what I'm trying to say. But now with you guys, what you're saying, so you guys are saying men are insecure for having to have other girls? Like I'm confused with this.
Didn't say that.
No, I'm saying like, why would it be okay for a man to have other girls?
Yeah.
Because
It's
you're
like
saying
vice
that
versa.
it's easier for a girl to attract a male.
I'll
like,
tell you
what,
why.
what does it
I'm gonna
make
be
the
very-
man feel? Like,
I'm gonna
oh,
be
I have
very
all these
blunt about
bitches.
this.
Like, I'm confused.
I'm going to be very blunt about this. The reason why is because women are stupid, and I'm going to explain why.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here comes the black pill for Myron, man. He's about to just completely go in on his hate for women. Here it comes.
No.
Decades with type 2 diabetes. Why didn't anyone teach me this? You may
got to get YouTube Premium, my friend.
not know this, but the biological reason.
I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I'm going to tell you why. So you think biologically speaking,
Yeah, he said that.
if a guy approaches you, right, and he has no girls with him, you'll be like, okay, he's cute, whatever.
Like all the women. Yeah. Now, it's just always women are stupid with Myron. You already know it. Y'all know that's his tagline.
But if a guy approaches you and you see that he has women around him, whether they're his friends or his girlfriends or whatever, you're going to trust that more because there's other women around him.
No.
Hey, he's cute.
Oh, man. This is terrible.
This is the social proof aspect that Myron likes to kind of shed. He's basically just talking about how, you know, women are going to be more attracted to you if they see that other women approve of you and stuff. That is just kind of like a silent confirmation kind of thing. And, you know, that may be true in some aspects in terms of like, I don't know, maybe a club situation and you like have the section, you have all these girls in there and girls want to be where the action is. But I think in terms of like a relationship, I think a girl, if she finds out that another girl is kind of vying for your attention, she's probably going to like just drop you because she's like, I don't want to be with a guy that puts me in that type of stress. I want a guy that's going to be only for me, you know? And some girls, they just like, they will not stand for that. So yeah, it's like, it's a double-edged sword. You run the risk of ruining your relationship by trying to spread yourself thin and trying to make yourself available to everybody. So, but yeah. Decoder, welcome to the stream, sir. This podcast is so bad. Are you talking about this one right here? Or my podcast is so bad? I mean, this basically going back and forth is it's something that I love to see because at least you're waking Myron up and, you know, he's not just kind of just sitting there waiting for the podcast to end. I mean, I think it's great. And this all happened, you know, very recently, whatever. Clavicular went against Myron and now Zherka went against Ryan, you know? So I think it's funny, you know? It's funny to watch.
Terrible advice. Listen, hold on.
Whatever. But if a guy approaches you and you see that he has women around him, whether they're his friends or his girlfriends or whatever, you're going to trust that more because there's other women around him.
No.
Please let me finish. That's psychology, okay? So
No.
women respond favorably to status.
F and F, obviously. Okay. Just making sure. I mean, I tried to stay on topic for the majority of this thing, but of course, we got to check in with the boys on Fresh and Fit. And, you know, it's like, yeah, they're not doing call-in shows, but they are now bringing on guests that are going to openly disagree with them. And these are supposed to be their friends, you know? And, I think it's great. You know, Myron getting any type of pushback is something that all of us want to see, you know, because then it makes him have to actually like do something about it.
So what ends up happening is when guys have social proof, women respect that. We don't need social proof to like you, but you guys need social proof to like us.
First off, because social proof, when it comes to women, we want to see you have no social proof, actually, and that's what is attractive to you. So yes, that's backwards. Women would like to see a man with followers and status and all that, yeah, because that would attract them, right? But if we go to a woman's page and she got all that going on it, we're not attracted to that because we know she been tried up a lot. You feel what I'm saying? A lot ran through. You feel me? Yeah. So, and on the other end,
yeah, I mean, that's kind of the main difference between men and women. And Sonic, I hope you're listening, man, because I'm about to say something that you might disagree with. But a woman who has a huge following, of course, is going to kind of put in the back of our minds that, yeah, she's probably been around with a lot of guys, you know, almost to the point where she can just choose whoever she wants and stuff. And if she gives you a chance, you're probably not the first and you're definitely not the last, you know? So it's going to be a temporary thing. Whereas like a guy that finds a girl that's like low key, that doesn't have, you know, a following, whatever, that, you know, is just not even on social media like that. Yeah, there's a lot more intrigue to that, and it's something that's probably a little bit more attractive, something that, you know, we're like, yeah, you know, we want somebody that isn't out there like that has a little bit of self-respect. Now, if a man has, you know, zero following, is kind of low-key, whatever, but he has the same type of traits that women are looking for and stuff, and he's not like, I think women could see that as, you know, something cool, you know, something good, you know, like, yeah, they don't want a man that's kind of like out there like that too. That could be true. But I think majority speaking, I think if a man does have some notoriety, that does have a huge following, that is making an impact in the world, I think that is going to be more attractive than the man that's not making an impact.
Says women are attracted to men who have a lot of women around them. Not all, bro. Scallywags, hoes, thoughts, gold diggers. Those are the only ones because that's how they're thinking.
Yeah, women that are willing to share, which, you know, there's a percentage of women that are willing to share a person who is successful rather than to have a loser all to themselves. Whereas, you know, some women just, that's like a no-go for them. That is like a disqualification that, no, if he has other women, then I'm not trying to get mixed up with that because, yeah, it's not safe out here. There's a lot of diseases. There's a lot of, you know, unplanned pregnancies, a lot of stuff, you know, that I mean, that's a red flag for some people.
Only reason them women are around there because they must be getting something from him. Yes, you think of Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg got 10 Brazilian hoes around them. Y'all thinking of him all cornball up like, oh, that's that guy right there. That's him. Like, y'all think she gonna go? No, men will respect it because, hey, for some reason they got him over there, but everybody's coming over there to use him. Nobody's over there like, hey, I'm trying to be your wife. No, not at all.
Now, once that money is gone, once that status is gone, they're gone too, man. It's just like, as soon as it comes, as soon as it goes, man. But, you know, if you actually have some moral character to yourself, you know, and, you know, you're a stand-up guy, you're solid, and, you know, you're willing to, you know, commit, you know, because I think that's kind of like the main deterring factor of a lot of these guys in the red pill is that they're not willing to commit to anything. They're willing to just kind of be self-centered and just have this view of women that women are disposable.
Everybody wants, if they are trying to be their wife, they're trying to extract finances out of them, trying to get themselves in a better situation because they have nothing to offer. So you can't say, oh, women just what? No, it's literally not even attraction. It's an opportunity. They're attracted to an opportunity and what that opportunity could lead them to. They're not laying, oh, I love this man. I trust this man. No, they don't trust nothing because we don't trust them when they come. You got all this money. So any women that's coming and approaching you or even trying to deal, you already know they see you got money because that's what you led with and that's what they expect. You think they looking for you for your good heart? You got all these women around you. Think they coming for you to be loyal to them? No. Everybody's trying to extract something out of that situation. So that's why that is incorrect. Right there.
Yeah, and Myron, Fresh, Zherka, Clavicular, all these guys have made a very large digital footprint about themselves. There's really no turning back and trying to change your ways and trying to say, oh, that was just my online persona and stuff. It's like, no, women are going to see that and they're going to be like, no, we kind of know what time you're on.
Sorry. That's facts. That's what I'm saying. That's what I do. Like this is where that 25%, this is where he don't see it from this. He sees it and it must be learned. They say Myron, he studied other stuff. I'm sure he got other people, but this is where experience comes in. And you can only listen to somebody they get women and do it. Like, bruh, it's another side of the fence that you gotta explore because what you're saying is not always 100% correct. I'm sorry. Everybody.
I don't know. For this guy to say this and still be a fan of Myron is kind of it's kind of messing with my head a little bit because he understands that Myron is inexperienced when it comes to all facets of relationships, including like marriage and all that stuff. Like he literally just got a girlfriend, man. Like he just got one and he just lost her, So it's like, yeah, that was like a fairly traumatic situation for him. And, he may never put himself out there again like that because he doesn't want to get exposed. He probably is tired of being called a fraud and all this stuff. And, and it's going to take a long time. He's probably going to have to just go overseas and try to get, a wife from his own country, man. Because it's just like his name is no good here.
Get in here. Oh, Myron, there's going to be a lot of people that say I'm unsubscribing because he disagrees with Myron. You're a sheep. Bro, you're a sheep. You can disagree with him and like him. We disagree and coexist. It says it right there. We can disagree and coexist. Don't mean you got to unfollow me because I don't agree with exactly what he said, but don't call me names. Argue, debate me. Put in the comments why you think I'm wrong and he's right. Because we both can be right, which I think we both are. But at the same time, like I said, there's that 25% where he's wrong and he don't understand the other perspective on that same situation.
Because you're the more vulnerable sex. Since you guys are physically inferior, you need to be able to make sure, is this guy a weirdo? Is he a creep? Does he have other women around him? Social proof is very important for men, but it's not as important for you guys.
So, just what he said, Jeffrey Epstein. Come on. Jeffrey Epstein has all these women around him.
Calling them women is a little bit of a stretch. I mean, he was into the young girls. Okay, let's be a little bit more accurate.
So he must not be a creep, right? Right? Come on. Who else got all these people? Hugh Hefner, you don't think he was a creep? Really? Come on, give me somebody else. Who got all these women around him and have never came out with allegations on his cult leaders? All these women trust him. He must not be a creep, right?
Guys, we don't need social proof from you to get men. For example, you could probably pull a celebrity, but a celebrity doesn't care that you're not a celebrity. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
That's my point.
What do you mean? What do you explain that better? A celebrity doesn't care.
So, Clive has to go.
That's all I wanted to say, man. Because I seen that little clip and I said, "Wow, how wrong." When even little young Clavicular over here, even overdoser, seizure, maxer, and all that stuff, Clavicular it understands a little bit more than mine. That's what I'm saying. Because that he's older than Myron's older than him. You know what I mean? And been in the game a little bit longer. But bro understands women a lot better because he can get them and he understands. You don't have to just call them stupid and hoes and all that. And hey, are we gonna do this?
But you gotta remember. I mean, these are two separate life paths. I mean, Myron was a socially awkward college kid, and he just hung out with the boys. Because that was where his first real relationship was, and Clavicular, yeah, he maybe will attract women, but because of all the drugs he's doing and stuff, he can't actually mess around with any of these girls because he has erectile dysfunction. So unfortunately, it's a wrap for him as well, not even 21. And it's just it's already over for him. So shout out to this creator, this gentleman here, Ronnie Beatty Jr. I think, his coverage of this was something that I was just like, dude, I can't believe that, Fresh and Fit for One are still going. But now that they're bringing on their guests and people are just completely just going against them, even, people in their circle. I just think it's great, man. It's good to see that the red pill is eating itself. And, yeah, man, it's I love to see it. I love to sit back and watch it, man. But that is all I got, man. That is all I have for tonight. I just wanted to expose Chud the Builder as this grifting racist guy that, has really run on his last leg. And I don't think we won't really be hearing from him, at least on this stream, anymore. I just wanted to kind of, shed some light on, these edgelords, whatever. I mean, you got Nick Fuentes, you got Lily Gaddis, you got Myron Gaines, you got all these people paving the way for people like Chud the Builder to kind of make a name for themselves. And we got to stop making stupid people famous, man. We got to. And, the only way you can do that is just ignore them. If you come across them in real life, just kind of, just don't give them the energy, and then they'll just look like a crazy person crashing out online. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got. We have reached the 3-hour mark, and I do appreciate everybody who came out to the stream, all the hustlers. Thank you so much. You guys tune in next week. We'll have a whole new set of things to talk about. And yeah, man, hope you guys have a good evening, a good rest of your weekend. So yeah, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys on the next one. This is Camp Hustle 1, out.
Hustlers unite every Saturday night. We shine bright, got the spotlight in sight. Live stream flames, haters take flight. Popping it with Hank, keep the vibe airtight.